What's going on, babe?
Hey, babe, how was your day?
It was actually pretty productive. Happy to be home.
Good. You know, we got a game today. Honey, a little rough around the edges.
I'm saying I've been working all night, taking care of business, getting to the. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I got you. I'm not trying to be out here looking like a dusty, and that's why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. They help me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which come with all of the basics: a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Teach Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price and the ability to customize your box. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description. You'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Click the link and get started today. We taking care of ourselves. Self-care, fellas, is the first step to be able to get to that bag, to take care of business, and be on top of things and level up in every aspect of your life. Feel the Teach, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. This is the Millionaire Morning Show. We're doing a little bit of a pivot considering everything that's going on. So, yes, Tej really works. I see what y'all talking about in the chat. I'm tapping in with y'all, seeing what the vibes are. Tej is that deal. All right. So thank y'all for continuing to rock with me. Link is in the description. So we pivoting a little bit today, right? We're going to pivot a little bit today. I put the link in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat for you guys to be able to jump on the panel and give your thoughts, because contrary to popular belief, I do not have very, very strong opinions on every single thing that's going on in the world. And I even considered doing a completely different show today. So I was not going to have this conversation. I see that a lot of people are passionate about this, though. And the unique thing about me is that because I have several different platforms that allow for people to voice their opinions, that's exactly what I want to do. So I decided that I wanted to make this available to you guys in order for you to be able to have this conversation, right? Because it is, let me tell you why it's not as meaningful to me as far as Roe v. Wade. And it is meaningful. Let me revise that. It's meaningful, but I can't put my foot on or my hand on being 100% one way or the other. And this is me being objective. And maybe I'm wrong. You know, very few people will jump on the panel and say, yeah, I'm open to the possibility of learning new things, or, hey, I don't have all the answers and things like that, which is one of the reasons why I opened this up for everybody, because maybe you guys can educate me. And so I'm encouraging you guys to come on, jump on the panel, have this conversation with me. We gonna pivot. Maybe you guys can teach me something that I don't already know when it comes to Roe v. Wade, right? But there was breaking news this morning that basically said that the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. Essentially, well, we'll get into that in a minute. All right. So let me first say that I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to rock with me. I have a lot going on in my life right now. So one of the things that's important before we get into the show, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, shout out to Tej Hanley, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Thank you for holding us down. Tej, dope. Yo, make sure y'all rock with that. Secondly, Fight Club tonight. Not even sure what we're going to talk about on Fight Club, but we definitely going to get into it. So Fight Club is going to be very, very interesting tonight, I believe, because people have very strong opinions on different subjects. And boy, oh boy, is it a platform for you to be able to really get your thoughts off, okay? That link is in the description also. Patreon members, we have Patreon exclusive meetup coming uh, in a couple weeks, in a few weeks. In addition to that, we also have the Build a Business this weekend. We got Q's birthday. Q is a bag chaser, so we got Q's birthday is tomorrow. So we gonna wish Q a early happy birthday for tomorrow. So shout out to Q, salute to Q. We love you. We rock with you, Q. Um, we also have Patreon exclusive videos coming. It's so many great things that's happening in the Patreon. So if you're not a part of a Patreon, you're not a part of the Patreon already, the link is in the description. I encourage you guys to do so. Last but not least, if you need to book me for a personal session, you probably should do so sooner rather than later, because my calendar is getting super full with people that's saying that I want to level up. And they're not just booking for one session, they booking for the rest of the year. Okay. And so I'm just telling you now, if I shut it down or I shut it off and I say, yo, okay, we're no longer doing any kind of personal coaching sessions for the next month or two or something like that, don't say I didn't warn you, because I'm letting you know right now, my time is valuable. It is shrinking because there is very few spots available for people that's looking to get into a personal coaching call. All right. So if you need to contact me on a personal coaching call, Anton Daniels 413 at gmail.com, or you can go to my website, click the email link. It's going to open up your email client and you can send me a message from there. All right. So before we get into this Roe v. Wade thing, right? Let me say that the link to be able to jump on the panel and have the discussion and you giving your thoughts and saying what you want to think is pinned to the top of the chat, and it's in the description. Okay. This is a safe space for you. The Millionaire Morning Show is a little bit different than Fight Club. All right. So I'm open to learning. I don't have any really strong opinion, more or less questions. So if somebody can educate me, I'd surely appreciate you. They said Detroit got Kemba Walker in the trade. Yeah, I was at the draft last night. I was at the draft party in Detroit last night. I love our draft. Also, I think Kemba Walker. Listen, Kemba Walker's knees is shot. Let's just be real. Kemba Walker is a walking skeleton, so I think that he's more or less here for salary dump reasons. A and B. I also think that he's here because he can give some veteran bench thoughts to some of the young guards and guide them and give them some insight on how they need to move. So I think that it's a good move. So I like what happened at the draft yesterday. I was so surprised that Jabari did not go first. It was a wild night. It was an awesome night. We also did Lapeef Let's Talk. So that was absolutely awesome. All right. So that's A. B, and I'm going to start bringing y'all up as y'all jump on the panel so I can see y'all in the back. Shout out to Sir Shaft for the first super chat. B, let me also say that I'm a little bit distraught. So please excuse me if I don't have the exact same energy that I usually have. A very, very, very close family member of mine is, I mean, to just be frank, dying, right? Was diagnosed with cancer. We had really, really great conversations. We have a great relationship. I just talked to him the other day when he had got diagnosed, and he had found out. And, you know, we spent a little bit of time together, and he said, Anton, I'm about to go shoot. I'm about to go to the golf course. He said, yo, because he's an older guy. He's older than me. And so a lot of my OGs are older than me. And I found out last night that he was in a hospital when he had a limited amount of time to live, basically less than 24 hours. So, you know, everybody run to the hospital and, you know, there's no kind of peace, no nothing. And then they overwhelm his wife and all of that other type of stuff. So I just want to say that, you know, I had to get it out last night off camera, which was one of the reasons why I was a little bit a lot more mellow and chill on Lapeef Let's Talk last night. JR knew about it. Nobody else knew about it. It's a lot, man. I'm so tired of death. I'm very, very, very tired of death. So, you know, it's difficult. It is because, you know, he was in great spirits, but I could feel like, you know, it was like a burden on him. And then, you know, less than a few days later, he goes shoot, you know, 9 holes. And then less than a few days later, He's in a hospital and he's like, you got less than this amount of time to live. So always, for every good thing that happens, just remember that we are all human beings at the end of the day. We have, no matter how much money, we get, no matter how phenomenal your life is, no matter if somebody is not visible or they some kind of influencer, everybody have things and people in real life, and people die, and stuff happens. You know what I'm saying? So this guy was very, very close. Let me tell you how close we were. We grind together. We used to work together. He's married to somebody in my family. And when he had nothing, we both were going through it together back in 2008. And we used to ride to work together. I used to pick him up to go to work together, right? And we had declared that we were going to get rich, and we both got rich together. He got rich, I got rich. One of my best friends. So I will be participating in a funeral coming up in the next week or so. So I don't want to dwell too much on that, because I just want to stay on this positive vibe, because I know death is just a part of life. It comes to us all. I'm not afraid of it at all, not even a little bit. I don't have any fear of it. However, it is difficult sometimes when it happens, because you don't know how you're going to react to it until you react to it. So anyways, let's keep it moving. Flex Appeal says, shout out to you for giving the reality check that's always needed. I'll be on here still. Can't miss the jewels. Prayed up and stay up. Love you, big dog. Thank you, my friends, for continuing to rock with us. Yeah. I don't know where all of this cancer is coming from. It's like this junk is in the food or something. What the heck is happening out here in these streets? So again, I would love for you guys to come on the panel, have a conversation, deep dive into this subject with me, and educate me, right? I know it seems like I know everything on the face of the earth, and I do know a few things, but I don't know every single thing. And I don't, man. I am conflicted about this this whole deletion conversation of Roe v. Wade. I'm very, very conflicted. So let me share some of the things. I want to read through some things really quickly. And again, if you guys want to jump on the panel, you are more than welcome to do so. Let's do this. What's up, DeWitt? What's going on, family? Thank you for the 20 ball, my friend. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. I am going to share this really quickly. So this is largely the summary and in a nutshell of what's going on. Supreme Court overturns Roe v. Wade, eliminates constitutional right to abortion. Just to be frank. All right. And again, as if you guys want to come up on the panel and educate me on your thoughts or why I should or shouldn't feel a certain type of way about it, you're more than welcome to do so. That link is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. It says the court upholds a law from Mississippi that bans deletion. We'll just say deletion after 15 weeks, opens door to widespread prohibitions on procedure. Now, according to what I've read in the deep dive into what it is that I've been educated on, is that states are largely going to have their own say and have to determine their own rules as to what can and cannot happen when it comes to deletion. Again, I'm open to being wrong. You guys are more than welcome to educate me, but that's largely what I've been educated on and what's been communicated to me. Okay. Deeply divided Supreme Court eliminated the constitutional right to an deletion, overruling the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision and leaving the question of the legality of deletion to the states. So, in my opinion, based off of what I've been reading, it does not necessarily mean that it's going away. It does not mean that it's going away. It means that it's being left to the states, largely based off of what it is that we've seen even when it came to the pandemic, right? And the pandemic And again, I'd love for you guys to jump on this panel and have this conversation with me. And the pandemic, what we found out was that the impact that the federal government had when this whole thing flamed out was largely minuscule compared to what the different governors in these states instituted, right? And so, according to what this is telling me that the states are largely going to have a larger say so in what goes on. I see the super chat right here. Simon says deletions are not good for the Black community. Educate me how. Educate me as to how, because I might have a different opinion on that, or I might challenge that whole notion. Why is it not good for the Black community? I'm curious. Why is it not good for the Black community? You're going to have to help me to understand it. Now, I know that there's people that stand on Christian principles and whatever, and they say that deletion is bad based off of you should never do this, and then you have the science argument, and this is one of the reasons why I want y'all to be able to educate me, right? You got the science argument, and then you got people that say, oh, okay, well, once it gets past a certain age, it's actually a human, so on and so forth. Y'all got to give me some insight. They say this is a W, this is a small W, but it's a W. Let me bring up my dog Quentin. What up, Quentin?
What up, boss?
Chilling, my friend. What are your thoughts on this?
Man, I believe that it will affect the Black community. Because like you said, it's from state to state. People with money, they just gonna bounce somewhere else. They're gonna be able to travel to get an abortion, type of thing. So I wouldn't even
Right.
say the Black community. I would just say the less fortunate communities who is gonna affect by and large, for sure.
Robert H. said, not much is needed to understand this. Read the 10th Amendment. Abortion being protected federally is unconstitutional. It's a state issue. I don't think that that's the entirety of the conversation, though. And when you say not much is needed to understand this, I understand what's happening with regard to overturning Roe v. Wade from the Supreme Court. I'm trying to understand what the trickle effect is going to be. What's the butterfly effect? Where do you stand on it? Why do people stand on specific things and principles? Why does it make sense? How does it affect us from a population perspective? Um, how does it affect specific communities? When you talk about spirituality, because most people don't even align spiritually when it comes to Christian values and things like that, let alone really truly understand the science behind how far along something is. They're using different talking points based off of what they hear from other people. I'm curious again because I'm one of those type of people that say, hey, I don't really fully know. And so taking in new information, which is one of the reasons why I say you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, taking in new information helps to educate me because all I have is a lot more questions now that this thing has taken place. Right. And so I don't align myself with people just because they're on the left or they're on the right. I think that I don't 100% agree with 100% of anything that anybody says. Right. And so when I'm having this conversation and I'm trying to understand it, I'm trying to understand why people are saying things are a W, why they saying it's a L, who stands to gain what as a result of it, and why do we feel like the way that we feel when we having these conversations. Let me read this next super chat. Dom says, what people don't understand is that Roe v. Wade only truly protected the first trimester. Oh, interesting.
I think it was
What's
the
going
first.
on,
I think
Thomas?
it was the first
What's
two,
going on?
actually.
What's going on?
Chilling. What are your thoughts, bro? I'm,
Yeah,
I, again,
bro.
I'm not the deletion expert. Okay.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know
not.
some
I'm
money
not either.
stuff. I know some women stuff. I know a lot of different things. I'm not necessarily the expert on when it comes to this. What are your thoughts on this, bro?
I mean, people are overreacting. I was literally just on Twitter and scrolling down my timeline. I'm seeing this is the worst day in American history, and I'm like, come on, people! Like, seriously, it's not. It's really not that serious. What we need to be talking about is teaching our women to be more vigilant in their decision making.
What happened, Thomas? You good over there, big dog?
Yeah,
Yeah, your camera had went off. Go ahead.
yeah. need to teach people to be more, teach our women to be more vigilant. Not just our women, but our young people to be more vigilant in their decision making. And kind of change.
Less liberal.
Say that again.
I said less liberal with their
Yeah,
vaginas.
yeah. So now that this, you know, that this decision has been taken out of their hands, now it's like, okay, now I got to be more vigilant in my decision making, and I can't just do whatever I want to do. Whoever I want to do it with. So now it's like, okay,
So let's say that she do what she want to do with who she want to do it with, right?
mhm,
And then she can't get a deletion, just in a general sense, because we know that that's not
mhm,
necessarily the case, and people can go to different states, possibly, because this federal ruling doesn't necessarily prevent it ever from happening. It just prevents it from being protected on a federal level, right?
right,
Let's say
right.
she do what she want to do, and then she get pregnant 4 times. Now what?
Well, she got
Hold
to
on.
suffer.
Dom says incorrect. Second trimester can be regulated, but not prohibited. I don't know what regulated mean though. I
Yeah,
know what the word regulated mean. I don't know what it means as it relates to this particular subject.
I
Thank you
will
for the
have
super chat, Dom.
I'll have to do my research on that one because I don't know exactly what that means. But like I said, I mean, I don't have a complete answer for that. It's just that you got to suffer the consequences of your actions. You got
Are they suffering the consequences, or are we all, they included, suffering the consequences? Because largely what that does is create more social programs that force us to have to take care of kids that we're not necessarily having.
Yeah, it makes sense. I see what you're saying on that one.
I'm just exploring every angle of
I,
it.
I,
You
I
got to
would
ask
say
questions.
I would say this. I believe that people should be, on social programs for a particular amount of time, and then after that amount of time is over with, then you know you got to make it happen for yourself. I believe it should.
They
People
don't
should.
have to. They could
Huh?
just be trash and create more vagrants for society and worse
I
communities. I'm just wondering, like, have we really considered? Because again, I'm not the expert. I don't know. I'm just asking the questions. All I'm asking is, are we really considering all of the far-reaching complications that come along with this?
I think there was probably also some. I think they said there was some language like left out for people that got raped or whatever. That you still got to have the baby, and that's kind of that's bad business, man.
Mm.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think they kind of need to amend that part. I would agree they need to amend that part. But then I'm kind of torn on that part because I know people who have become great people. Out of I have a personal mentor who's got his doctorate now, and he was a product of rape. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, but I believe the people still should have that option, whether they want to make that decision or not. Out of
Hey,
that.
hey, Brandon, if you in the back chat, can you? I need to see you on camera, big dog, just so I can know that you're a real person. I want to make sure that you're not bombing the live stream. Go ahead, Thomas.
Maybe on
Yeah.
the. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
No, you good, bro. You good, bro.
Man,
I was just saying. Yeah, I was just saying, man. It was
Because
just
I don't believe that this stops anything. I don't believe, just similar to what this comment says two broke people don't need kids. Fam, let's be for real. Nobody gonna stop having sex. One of the things that I hear all the time in different conversations is that, Anton, you're not being realistic by setting certain standards and saying that people should abide by what you think makes sense when it comes to being responsible, when it comes to where you put your dick at, right? And so what I hear from people saying a lot of times is, nah, people ain't gonna stop doing what they want to do. You got to solve for the issue that's in front of you instead of solving for what you think is ideal, right? And it's similar to this. Just because a woman can't do it don't mean that she ain't gonna continue to have sex, or men that impregnate her, right? They're not gonna stop going raw. So
Exactly.
at that point, what does that mean?
Mhm.
Because we acting like just because they can't do it, it's gonna force them to be a lot more responsible. I think it's just gonna create a worse environment.
I think that Plan B gonna go up.
Oh yeah, Plan B's is about to explode.
Explode.
That's about to be a $1 trillion business up in the streets.
Yup.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts, Brandon?
Well, I just kind of think that when it comes to abortion, it's a
We're gonna say
responsibility.
deletion. We're gonna say deletion.
Okay, let me
No, you
ask that.
cool, you cool, bro.
So when we talk about deletion, it's on both parties, right? Man and female, because we both are both into this. I'm the male. I'm coming to you. I'm trying to have sexual relations with you. And as a human, we don't want to use condoms. Like that just be for real, So it's about the responsibility part, and I never told a woman to go have any of my abortions, anything like that. But I just don't understand, like in 2022, with all the things that women have at their disposal when it comes to like condoms, contraceptives, saying no. Like at the point where they don't say no and they just having sex with guys, and then just want to have an abortion because they don't want it. Like that's kind of selfish,
But
And
wait a minute. I thought that guys were the ones that said that they should be able to have a choice. I don't understand that though, right? Because
like
we
what you
we
mean, like
we
for a guy,
we lambast people, right? Because I also have to say, wait a minute, why are guys not putting rubbers on in the first place?
right? And that's why I started off by saying we both responsible.
Yeah,
So
no, I'm not attacking your point of your
no,
argument at
no, no.
all. I
I
have
get
no
what you're
attacks
saying.
whatsoever. I'm just asking questions based off
I was just
of
my bad.
different things that's being communicated.
I think what he's saying is that a lot of times men don't get the choice of whether they actually want. Uh, uh, a lot of times, women these days don't include men in the decision whether they want to keep the child or not.
So the
That's why
decision
they
to
say,
have sex without a rubber is not a part of you including yourself in a decision. I'm just curious.
I
It's
agree.
definitely
I
my
I
have
decision.
agree. A
never I
lot.
have never gotten anybody pregnant that outside of my wife having my daughter. I've
Me
never
neither.
had a problem. I've never had a disease. I've never had any kind of listen,
Me
I'm gonna be
neither,
real.
bro.
I've been sexually active since I was 11 years old.
hmm
I've
but
never ever had as a kid. I was smart enough to realize that, I don't want to have any kids out of wedlock.
uh-huh.
How is that? Why is that so difficult?
I
I feel
think
what you're saying.
people are the
I'm gonna read the
decision
super
making.
chat shortly, family. Go ahead, Joe.
The decision making. People are saying post pregnancy or conception when the decision making should have been way before. Everyone's saying I don't have a decision. It's all the woman. The woman decides if you have the baby or don't. When the decision regarding the baby should have been made before it was even made, not post you shooting up the club and, and having babies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's the whole point, bro. It's like, as a male, you gotta understand that if you decide to have unprotected sex with a female, you have to know what comes behind that. As a male,
That's
I'm not
true.
even
No,
talking
I
about the
hear them
female.
complaining and whining and saying that, you know what? No, because it's her decision of whether or not she can keep it or not.
That's a,
So
that's a
no, think about it. Think about it. I see some of the same guys celebrating this whole victory of overturning Roe v. Wade was some of the same guys that were saying that, yo, I should have a decision on whether or not we keep it or not. Now tell me how that makes sense. Because I don't see anybody fighting and saying that, nah, Roe v. Wade should not be playing out the way it is. So if that be the case, then that means that they're telling me that they actually support the whole idea of women being able to being able to get rid of it because they don't want that responsibility long term, right? How
that's
can a
real.
dude say, yeah, I support this, yay, 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 but then at the same time say that, yo, I don't like the fact that women can make a decision of whether or not they want to keep it because I don't want her to keep it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying because I've
I
heard
don't
guys say,
understand
like,
it.
what if I can't afford it? Then she taking me out of my bag, or she finna mess up what I got going on. But like I keep saying, at the end of the day, like these are decisions you make before you even lay down. Like you
Uh-huh.
got to think about it.
I just think a lot of the
I
things
don't know.
that we
I don't
saying
know,
and
man.
doing as a
I'm
society is hypocritical.
yeah. I'm seeing more of the more of a different side. I've been in contact with guys that were actually hurt by women just getting rid of the baby and not telling them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm seeing the other side of it, and I know it's there are guys out there that just don't want to take responsibility, but then want to lay down with the female. I'm not talking about those guys, but I've been friends with guys who, you know, lay down with the woman, actually wanted the child, wanted the responsibility, and the woman took it out of their hands. So there's another side to it too, you know. So and it
What's the
because
other side to it?
it's guys out here that are hurt by and want to be fathers.
What's the other
Even
side?
even if it's not, it's guys out here that are hurt by and want to be fathers.
What's the other
You
side?
echoing, bro.
Even if it's not, you hear me? Guys out here, that are.
Echo.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Somebody said, Anton, I'll answer your questions. I don't have no problems with that. Anton, I don't mean to make this personal, but have you had a deletion? I'll say deletion. No, I've only gotten my wife pregnant one time. I've never gotten anybody pregnant. I've never done any of that. I've gotten her pregnant one time, and that's where my daughter came from, and that's it. I actually, as of right now, after I had my daughter, I went and got a vasectomy.
Mm-hmm.
I am very, very responsible with my cock. All right.
Yeah.
Let me read some of these super chats. Let's do this. Let me get some of these popping. Lou on the duo says the people in power see that white babies are being treated far more than black and brown babies, and this is a tactic to slow down the darkening of America, hence the replacement theory. Interesting.
That is an interesting theory.
Discipline, prioritize purpose. I am DPP says if the father wasn't having a say in the deletion, was it equally fair to him, especially when he can be held responsible? I think he said held responsible for the support of the child, even with the Fed protecting deletion. It improved the community. That's interesting. Oliver Spartan says the government playing chess. This is about them making sure the white population keeps having kids. Wait until they eliminate government assistance. I don't think government assistance.
They're not gonna get rid of that.
Service USA says
it's too
so
much.
shout out to all of y'all that continues to contribute. I appreciate y'all for continuing into this conversation. Go ahead, y'all. And if we can listen, I'd love to get. See, ladies, they don't really like to cam up as often as y'all think that they do. They like to cam up when it's just me. But anyways, ladies, if y'all want to jump on the panel, I will create priority and I will prioritize you first. Okay. So go ahead, y'all. Y'all can give y'all thoughts.
I personally, I get your argument about like men saying they want to say, but I wouldn't say it's hypocritical for men to support this new decision coming from the Supreme Court because the only thing I heard in regards to that argument was saying if it's going to be an option, I want to have a say in that option. I think that's the only argument I ever heard.
I don't want the only argument I've heard.
Oh, okay.
The argument that I heard was I don't want to be financially responsible.
Mm-hmm.
And so as a result, I should be able to tell you what you're gonna do. And if I can't, then I shouldn't be held responsible for what it is that I created. That's what I heard.
I don't know. Because
I also hear that I'm not gonna continue to put on a condom.
That's crazy. I ain't never heard that. That's wild.
Dude, I don't know if you've been on these late night live streams, Q.
No, I haven't.
Have you been on these? Come on, Q. You know I ain't lying. Am I lying or am I not lying?
Yeah, I am the culprit.
Wait, you
I didn't say you. I'm just saying in a general sense.
Oh, we already had.
You
this
say you're not
conversation
putting on no condoms, Q?
Oh, we already had this conversation.
You not wearing no condoms?
Maybe that's why my main chick is 53 and I ain't got to worry about it. So I don't.
What you think?
Cap,
53, she can't get pregnant.
She on birth control, but no.
Oh my God!
No.
Yeah, I had a girl that was on birth control.
You ain't falling for the okie doke, are you?
Yeah,
Q?
don't do that, bro.
Nah.
That's not safe.
Oh
I had a girl that was on birth control too. Yeah, she got rid of that.
It's been a minute. We're all right. It's been a minute. We've had the talk. She don't want no kids. I don't want no kids. We good.
Q. You're
We
not
good,
falling
Bear
for
bro.
this,
back
are
in.
you, bro?
Man, I don't
Tell me
cap.
you're
I
not
keep it.
falling for this okie doke, bro.
I guess I have.
Falling for the
She been hanging around for 4 years and ain't nothing happened. So
Hey, bro.
Oh my god.
Oh my, yeah. You gonna find out, bro.
there ain't no. She probably died if she have a baby. What you mean,
Wait, why do you think she'll die if she had a baby?
dude? Because she's 53.
That
Oh,
don't mean nothing, bro.
I get it. I get it.
no, actually, that do though. She probably went through menopause already or something, or going through it and shit. You know, she probably can't.
I
you
can't
know?
believe y'all really are saying this.
She probably can't. Has she?
The very idea that you said she probably can't means that you're not 100%
Well,
sure.
I mean, yeah, I don't know her. If I was in a relationship with her, that's something I would definitely ask.
Okay. So if we're gonna go that way, then what about married couples that they're married and the wife's on birth control and something happens and they have a kid? Well, what about that situation as opposed
What about it?
to in regards to deletion?
What about it?
I feel like that should be something that they should have an option for if I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
No.
At the end of the day, like I'm not either side of the fence, but I just
They married.
The answer to a mistake. The answer to a
They got
mistake.
4 kids,
Hold
and
on,
the
hold
fifth
on,
kid is
bro.
gonna tap them out financially.
The answer to any mistake is never baby murder, bro. I don't care what the mistake is.
Not
You
at
can't
all.
be killing your children, bro. That's cruel.
I just said they have the option.
Children, bro.
I understand. I just said that they should have the
crazy.
option. I understand.
No, I don't think they should have the option. That's the option of deletion. That's wild. That's not like it's so nonsensical. Like we don't like. Are you conceptualizing the fact that that's a?
Well, you know what they do? They what's the word I'm looking for? Dehumanize people by calling it a fetus instead of a human.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So they try to make people feel like that you're not killing or deleting a human.
Exactly.
So we're gonna call it a fetus for your brain to say, oh, that's not nothing, that's just a fetus. And at the end of the day, man,
that's a person.
Sperm, egg, you made a baby. At the end of the day. And
but,
then, you know,
but what I'm saying is, why put your beliefs and opinions on someone else's?
It's not a belief, though. Scientific fact.
If we didn't
I'm
have,
talking about the deletion. It's an opinion that you don't think it should be able to happen. Like
it's
you're
only
putting your opinion on someone else.
It's only because it's modern now, bro. We have condoms, we have contraceptives.
It's not even because of that. It's because they're not. It's not because of that. It's because they won't accept that factually and scientifically that is a person. So it's not my belief. The world, all around the world, it's illegal to end somebody's life, to end a person's life. It's not my belief. We as humanity have accepted and understood for millennia that ending life off of just a whim, that ending a life that's not trying to end yours is wrong. That's not my beliefs. I don't know where you're getting that from. That's not my beliefs.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, I believe it, but it's not just me. If you're saying that,
it's still a human being that they.
It's a person.
You know, and it
not even just a person. It's your child. That's what's so crazy about this to me is that women are actually fighting for the right to end their own children. These are the women that America has bred.
Okay, so question. Of course, this is far to the
not a baby.
Okay, a fetus is not a baby, but scientifically, a fetus is a human being. Scientifically, a fetus is a person, a human life form. Scientifically, you can't debate. I mean, you can, but you're gonna look dumb, bro. Like, it's not. There's no.
American man, I see where you're trying to get at, but also one thing you need to take in consideration that it's not usually an easy decision that people make.
Sure.
And the way things are going right now, economically, inflation and blah blah blah. Having children it's a big ordeal, and some people, even in the middle class, sometimes take the approach of deletion just because it's not financially feasible. And one thing that I find is an issue is that some people that are pro, I guess, against deletion, they care more about fetuses within the first 9 months than after that fetus becomes uh, a member of society. So I think this with this issue, it just seems to be, at least on my end, it's a band-aid on a water dam, whereby we're not really looking at social services, assistance,
Because none of
educating
that
people.
matters. None of that
Well,
matters. It's not. It's not the every man's responsibility to take care of your children. I don't have to care about your kids. I don't have to care about anybody. Any like home. I don't. I don't care about homeless people. But I don't think we should go around ending their lives. I don't care about your fetus. I don't think you should end its life. I don't. Honestly, I
well,
don't
you do
care.
care
I
before it becomes a
no.
son. It seems like it becomes
I
before
care
it becomes
about morals and I care about human
mhm,
life in general. But I'm
okay.
not like I'm not out like I don't think we should provide support for homeless people. I'm against that. But I'm also against homeless eugenics, the eugenics of homeless people. Like so, I I don't understand your point about they only care about fetuses in the first 9 months, and I don't care in general. I just don't like. It's just not reasonable to end life
Yeah.
because
I
you
think
can't
That's
I
support
crazy.
it.
think maybe he was
It's a
just
So,
night.
saying,
so, so
It's a
by
1920s argument.
yeah,
Very
like
I
by
like
basic.
your
by
haircut,
I mean,
Patriot.
like in like a political
And
No, he
sense,
thank
did
like
you.
come. He
so
came
so
through
John
Somebody
fresh.
John
came from the
Claudio,
barber shop.
Jay Claudio,
Fresh
Jay
out the
Claudio.
chair.
By your what's going on, patriarchy? By your logic, if because you're saying financial stability should have a say in whether or not baby deletion is okay. By your logic, it should be okay.
No, that's not what I said. You
You
cut me off before I could
literally
finish.
no, you literally just said
You
we
cut him off.
only care. Yeah, you were talking. You were bringing up finances and how the economic situation. That's what you said, literally. So
No,
by that,
no. What I was trying to tell you, just
uh-huh.
let me go.
I
What I was
want to
trying to
read
tell
these
you is
super
that
chats in a
the
second too,
decision
y'all.
is. Go ahead, Anton.
All right, let me knock these super chats out because I really like the people supporting me. My dog Aaron says this doesn't really change anything. If it's illegal in a state, folks will have to go where it is legal, or they will do it underground like before Roe v. Wade.
And they'll be
Exactly.
punished.
Um, I am DPP, discipline, prioritizing purpose. Says decontrol, fellas. I've spent many years childless
Mhm,
because I refused to allow any woman to bear my child if I felt she was unworthy.
mhm,
That's called selective breeding. With the feds protecting deletion, did it improve the community?
mhm.
Question mark. Shout out to I am DPP. Little Black Duck 2001 says, I look at this as more of a political loss. For decades, we voted for the blue ties that promised to codify Roe, have failed to deliver yet again.
Who is
Um,
we?
Yeah.
Johnny, Johnny Van Johnson says, doctor here, we're forgetting a medical component. There are women who choose deletion because during pregnancy they discover their child or their kid will have severe birth defects. Now they will birth kids who are financial burdens on society.
Like most women are.
Yeah,
Shout out
like
to
most people
Johnny
are.
Van Johnson. I appreciate you for the 20 ball. And then my girl Randy, I love Randy. Randy says, I don't understand why men are saying within marriage committed relationship, they would rather wear a condom or pull out. Men on the panel, would you get on male birth control? Question
Yes,
mark.
in an
1000%.
and
There
instant,
would be
men
less.
in
There
an
would be less
instant.
Thank
babies
you,
if
I
Randy.
men
don't
have
care
if
if it
men
gives me
had birth
boils.
control.
I don't care if it
instantly.
gives me boils. It could dry my skin. It could turn me into a lizard. I would take male birth control, bro.
I'm gonna
Like
read the super chats later on as we continue the conversation. Go ahead, y'all.
Good victory.
I gotta hop in here on
Just
that.
great, just great victory. Maybe we can come after the rainbow community marriage next. As a conservative, you can point out hypocrisy to me all day. I don't want to hear if you didn't vote for Trump. I don't care who you are or what you have to say. You forced your will on the country by making people wear masks and get jabs. So now we got the ball. Hopefully we run it down your throat wholeheartedly. Hopefully, like I said, this is what people want to do. You want to draw me into this long conversation where you point out hypocrisy. Listen, you had the ball. You forced jabs. You forced people to wear masks. You didn't care about people's body and their choices when it came to that. Um, we got the ball now and we're running it down your throat. So hopefully we'll go after. Hopefully this isn't the last thing. Hopefully conservatives will push their will going forward. Hopefully we can come after the rainbow community and their marriage. Hopefully we can come after the people the same way with January 6th. Maybe we can come after the people who were outside 2 years ago tearing statues down. So this is a political game. I'm all about playing the political game with this. Like you're not changing these people's mind. People have been against Roe. You can come up with all your, well, the baby this and the woman that. Nobody has the right to their own body. That logic is absolutely ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Let me say that I need y'all to get the likes up in the chat. People that is watching this conversation. I think that it's a phenomenal conversation. We just got the ruling, and actually, the first person that tapped in with me and told me about it was Patriarchy. So I got to give you a shout out, Patriarchy, and hitting me up and saying, "Yo, Tom, what do you think about this?" or whatever, so on and so forth. So, again, you guys are more than welcome to give your thoughts. You will not be censored here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dangerous that we just had a doctor basically in less words say that he supports eugenics by saying that women should be able to have the choice to abort mentally disabled or physically disabled children. I think that's a wild notion. That's actually very dangerous.
I mean, this isn't about children. This is all about empowering women, right? All this argument is about women. Like it's all about putting women first. And,
Thank you.
You know, women don't. Children come before you. Okay. Like that's just what this comes down to. If you want to have this battle of you or the children are better than you,
Yes.
and they come before you. So I don't care about you or your choice. Children are before you.
Thank you.
That's a good one. That's a good way to look at it.
That is, and that's straight facts on everything that he just said. Because the craziest part about this whole situation is, you have a lot of people defending, up in arms about this whole situation. Like, what exactly are you fighting for?
What are you fighting
because you as a man, you as a man, right? You can't get no damn woman pregnant unless she wants to be. Like, I'm married now, and I wanted to have kids. My wife ain't get off birth control until I put a ring on that damn finger. It wasn't no accidents. It wasn't no you're not getting me pregnant until you commit to me. She controlled that. Who the hell made up the term no glove, no love? Wasn't men. So what are we talking about? Women have always controlled sex. They control the access to sex. And if you do force yourself on a woman in that way, that is a crime, punishable up to life in prison. So what exactly are we sitting up here talking about? This is, and just like he just said, this is about empowering women. Abortion has done nothing but shield women from their
Deletion.
decisions.
Deletion.
Yeah, deletion. Sorry.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It has protected women their right to be loose. Let's just call it what it is. You're not getting a woman pregnant unless she wants to be. A woman controls that.
Takes two, man. Takes two, bro. Takes two.
Bro.
It
is 2021. It's 2022. It's the 21st century. A woman is not getting pregnant if she didn't choose to, bro. It's
not happening.
It's not happening,
bro. It's not. She is not going. All right, bro. My wife was not going. She was not having it. She was on birth control, and she made me put on a condom. It wasn't none of that.
Yeah.
I had to commit to get that honor. For her to bear my children, I had to earn that. I had to perform. So don't sit up here and say it takes two. No, if she don't want that shit to happen, it's not happening, bro.
Yeah,
it's not. No matter what you want to say, no matter.
Yeah, but if you don't want it, what if I say for the sake of conversation, if you don't want it to happen, it doesn't happen.
That's not true.
Same thing. The only two ways of us not having children is abstinence and a condom. The condoms ain't even 100%. That's the
And
only
birth
two
control.
choices us as men have, right?
I only need
So
one, but I
there,
only need one choice. I don't need multiple
right,
choices. I don't need none of that. All I need is one choice in order
exactly.
to be able to control my destiny. Is all I'm saying.
Ex-
I
yes,
don't
sir.
really
Yes,
care
sir.
about
Yes.
what a woman thinks. I don't care what her choice is, or none of that. I've never looked to women in order to really be able to determine whether or not my fate is yes, yay, or nay. All I need is one shot, one choice, and then I can control my whole life and my whole narrative.
Yeah, true that. True that. True that. And yes, a lot of men, we can just keep it funky in our logic voice. You know what I'm saying? We can just keep it funky on this. A lot of us, come on now, like bro, we know what we doing. You know what I mean? We know we shooting up the club recklessly. You know what I mean? But I want to believe that there's a lot of men out here who are disciplined enough, you know what I mean, to make proper decisions, especially when it comes to mate selection. You know what I mean? Vet that woman. You know what I mean? If if that's not a woman that you can bring around your mom, your sisters, you know what I mean, your aunties, that's not the woman you should be just, you know what I mean, being reckless with. You know what I mean? So my personal opinion of this situation is completely different than a lot of men because the woman that I chose, I had to earn that. She, if it was not for her getting off birth control, you know what I mean, and me getting down on one knee, me talking to her father, you know what I mean, asking me asking him, can I have his daughter's hand in marriage? She would not be having my you know what I mean, my boys. It wouldn't have happened.
Man, can I feel
Wouldn't have happened.
like a lot of times on these platforms, we all give like the perfect scenario. Like life is hard, we ain't perfect. Like y'all give what's perfectly supposed to happen in any given situation, which is rarely the case.
How so?
Wait. Whoa. Time.
Perfectly, we're
Whoa.
supposed
Time.
to have sex with our wife.
Then
Perfectly,
hold on.
perfectly everyone did it like Anton had sex with one lady, had one baby. That's it. But that ain't what's happening in life.
You see
Okay,
what I'm saying?
that's
No,
not
but
what's happening.
wait. Did
That's
I
a
not
whole
say this?
excuse, bro.
Did I not
That's a
say
whole
this in the
excuse.
very beginning of the stream? Is that when people make their argument, they don't necessarily make it based off of what they believe, they make it based off of what they see happening in society at large, right? And so if that be the case, or if that is the circumstance, then how do we make it based off of what our beliefs are when how it is that we operate or when we have conversations is based off of what we see happening at large? And I don't have a stance on it either way. I'm just opening up the panel to be able to have this conversation.
See, that's the conversation that people don't want to have, though. You know what I mean? People want to be reckless in 2022 if we want to keep it funky. They want to be reckless. Men is shooting up clubs, and women don't really give a fuck. And we can keep it all the way real on that. They don't
Well,
care.
in
They
some
don't care.
part of society, sex used to be dangerous. And of course, with the advent of birth control, Plan B, condoms, women became more liberal with their vaginas as technology improved.
So here's the question, though. Here's the question because there's dudes on the panel that said, "Yo, I'm not wearing no rubber. I'm not doing none of that." One thing that you'll never ever find. Listen, I'm always open to the possibility that I'm wrong and growing and all of that. But one thing is for sure, two things is for certain. You will never find a random kid walking around talking about I'm Anton's kid. It's not happening. It's
Talk
impossible.
that. Speak on that.
It's
Speak
impossible.
on that.
Nobody
Speak on
can
that.
make me have a kid that I don't want to have.
Talk about it. But
So
they don't want to have
when it
that.
comes
People
back
don't want to
down
have
to
that
it,
conversation,
I've
bro.
completely removed a woman's choice at all. She don't have a choice when it come to me. No matter what you say, you can say, Anton, it's a possibility that you can get divorced. Cool. I doubt it,
Mhm.
but okay, cool. You can say it's a possibility that you could cheat, she could cheat. Awesome. People make decisions and they do whatever they want to do and they evolve. Possibility, of
Yep.
course. Will it happen? I doubt it. You will never ever find somebody walking around talking about I'm Anton's kid. Not gonna happen. Never, nada, zilch.
Yep. But see, Anton, that right there, that's gonna fall on a whole bunch of damn deaf ears, bro. because, like I just said, and can't nobody dispute it because we all know it. People are out here being fucking reckless, dog.
Well,
They
I
don't
got I got
care.
some breaking news.
Men. Don't, go ahead. Go ahead.
What's that, patriarchy?
So so they just literally, what did I say? What did I say about these conservatives? What did I say that we're not sitting on our hands anymore? Clarence Thomas was the one that filed the opinion. He said that now, after this, they're calling the court to consider overturning the right to contraception, same-sex marriage, and privacy in the bedroom.
Ooh. What is privacy
I
in the
wonder if I should
bedroom?
make this a topic
What's the right to privacy in the
on a
bedroom?
late night live stream tonight.
Yeah, that might have to be, because I told you this. We're not. I agree with everything what most of the Clarence Thomas says. So for me, it's literally the liberals have got to get their issue. Like like you started all of this stuff when Trump was in office. You couldn't just leave him alone, and you did what you did in 2020. And so, like I said, this will morph into other things. This will morph into other. Y'all should have just left Trump alone. You should have just left him and his supporters alone, because now they're coming for blood. Like, I'm fine with it, honestly.
Yep. They I'm telling
I'm
you, they
happy
on a
about
witch
it, to
hunt.
be honest.
They on a
I'm not
witch
even
hunt.
disappointed with it.
I'm trying to tell you, they on a
And
witch hunt.
they're doing all this without even a conservative majority in Congress or in the presidency. They're only doing this at the state level. So imagine when they take back the House and Senate. Imagine how many things you're going to see after that.
You think that they'll take back the House and the Senate?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a sweep.
I think after
Clean
Joe
sweep.
Biden's presidency, I think people
Yeah.
are
This is my honest opinion. I think that it depends on what type of conservative. You got a lot of fake ones in there, like the ones that voted for the gun bill last night. But if you get more of these, like Paul Gosar, Marjorie Taylor Greene, if you get more of them in there, I don't see a Democrat president for the next 40 years. I don't. This is so bad right now. I don't see this coming back. I don't see.
You say
I don't.
40?
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
That's a long time, bro.
We want
I'd be
you to
honest.
break that down. People
Not
in the
40.
chat is saying,
Yeah.
hold up.
Yeah,
Hold up.
talk
Well, let me
about
get
that.
to the super chats first. Let me do the super chats first. I always got to get the super chats. They're the priority. Terrell LMAO said anti-deletion, but you're spilling that baby batter outside of a woman on a regular basis. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, I don't.
Oliver Spartan says it's an issue now because if you check reported legal deletions by race of women who obtained deletions by the state of occurrence, white women lead in deletions. They regulating their race.
Per capita, it's not.
They always go to
Per
this
capita,
white
black
stuff.
women.
Not everybody's about race. Like, bro, can y'all get some new arguments? This whole, well, the white people want to say they white
Correct
racist.
me if I'm wrong,
And it's not
but
even true. Per
Conspiracy
capita,
against
black
the
women.
black man. Like
I would say
do some research.
I would say this since 1973, 19 million babies, mostly male boys, have been aborted by black women. So I'm not sure where they're going with that super chat.
We are 13.
Well, hold on. Let me get to the rest of them. Gerald says, do you think that if they allow for grape exceptions, that the amount of grape allegations will go up?
Oh, yes.
That's a very interesting question. Shout out to Gerald. I appreciate you. Dub will. Or vasectomy. Mr. Youngblood. Shout out to Mr. Youngblood. I did a coaching call with him yesterday. It's different. I'm gonna just tell y'all. Mr. Youngblood said he said that coaching call yesterday was worth at least $1,000. Shout out to Mr. Youngblood. He walked away at the end of that hour. He was like, dang, I don't know. This is exactly what he said. He was like, yo, that didn't go exactly how I thought it was gonna go. That's crazy. But shout out to Mr. Youngblood and everybody that tap in with me. I appreciate y'all for rocking out with me. Y'all can go ahead, cook up.
We are 13% of the population. You can't expect us
14.
Either way. You can't expect us to abort more. Like, obviously, numbers wise, it would make no sense. It would be a catastrophe.
I gotta use deletion, not the A word.
It's impossible.
It would be a catastrophe if we deleted more. If we deleted more babies per capita, though, we delete a lot more children per capita. Go look up the statistics. Stop it. Stop playing with yourself.
So it's just these people with these same old, like, these are very low IQ individuals. Well, the white man want to preserve their race, and they just don't want us to outnumber them. Like, bro, like, get a new argument, bro. All of your arguments, like, you all say the same stuff. Like, actually read. But going back to Clarence Thomas, they use the analogy of privacy in the bedroom to say that basically to regulate same-sex relationships. And I'm all here for it, bro. You went too far. You couldn't just be who you were in peace. You had to go out and spread your beliefs on the rest of the world. And this is what you're gonna get. This is what you're gonna get. Not mad at it at all. So
Too much logic in what you just said. That shit
So-
went clear over 90% of people's head.
So bedroom privacy is just basically
they're just using that to say, well, he's going to violate our to find out our. That's what the same sex people use, right?
Okay.
They say, oh, it's you coming in our bedroom. No, bro. You should have stayed out of the classroom. How about that?
Honest,
You didn't want us to come in your bedroom. Should have stayed your ass out the classroom.
to be honest.
Very interesting. Stacy Rubin says, Patriarch, you're speaking my language. Do you see it getting back to don't ask, don't tell, or is our society too far gone?
It's too far.
I don't think,
Yeah,
bro. This
it's
is
over
no, bro. This is literally the first step, bro. This is I cannot believe y'all still are sitting up here with this defeated mentality, like this stuff is not going to go back the other way. Okay? Yes. Don't ask, don't tell is coming back. The closet will be open for them to go back into. And we will, Christianity will reign supreme in America once again.
Honestly, I don't care what goes on in your bedroom. That's your business, not ours.
Well, they put it in the classroom. They're not.
I
They
agree.
didn't just. It's funny because they didn't want to just stay in their bedroom.
Yeah.
They wanted to go out to the
Mhm.
pride parades. They wanted to go out. They wanted to go out to corporate America. They wanted to go out to government and media. They couldn't just stay. That's what I'm saying. If this was what was going on in your bedroom, just stay in your bedroom with it. No, but you brought your bedroom to the rest of the world.
Yeah. Men
I
that
agree.
like weird things in the bed. Men that like to get like,
I agree
dominated.
100% with
They
that.
don't. They don't have a parade. You know what I'm saying? And they're probably honestly more of the population than the Rainbow Coalition. Because
Well, let me ask a question. Well, let me read the super chat and then I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Personal eugenics isn't a bad thing. Sex isn't meant to be casual in its form but for reproduction. Men should only reproduce with certain types of women.
that's for sure.
Then why do it feel so good? Jesus.
What do you mean by
Talk
certain
about
type of woman? What do you mean
Why
by
do it
that?
feel the way do it feel then? If it was only
Boy,
for reproduction.
boy.
I don't know.
Because we're supposed to
Because
reproduce.
if it didn't feel that
You
good,
wouldn't- you
men
wouldn't-
wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Men wouldn't
exactly.
if it didn't feel
So-
okay. So you think men would allow women
Bro,
in existence if
I
it
would-
didn't feel that good?
I
You
would
think
even
would, like literally like you think like bro, do you think
Honestly,
you
bro,
would
I'm
have
not
like
gonna lie.
men historically have been very vicious creatures. Do you think if it wasn't if it felt even 10 to 15% less than it does right now, do you think they would even allow women in society?
Yes.
Oh,
Hold
no,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on, hold on.
no, no.
Hey, can you
And
guys hear
even
me
on
now?
the-
100%.
Mic check,
Yeah,
mic
they
check. Can
would.
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yeah, we
Jason.
can hear you, JC.
All right.
and then
Yeah, they would.
shoot,
Yeah, they would.
Absolutely.
There are enough,
100%.
Yeah, we have
Men do
sisters and
things for
mothers
more
and-
than just that. Like guys do. Listen, when guys go to the strip club and throw money, they're not doing it for women.
Yeah, they're
They
doing it
doing
to
it for-
stun on other
Mostly,
men. Yeah,
They
but
do it for ego purposes.
Yeah,
A lot of
they're doing it
guys.
to flex on
that's
other men.
relatively recent.
Yep.
That's a relatively recent
Well,
thing.
okay,
And
and
Yeah, I
anything
just
we
wanted
do.
to
Listen,
chime in
That-
into this.
that wasn't
And they-
Players
and the
Club,
only-
man.
guys are naturally competitive. Like
But
we
the only-
fight. We don't fight entirely just over women. Like
Okay.
we fight because we're just competitive.
Okay, so if they're competitive, why would they allow such a weaker and an inferior species to come in and to call them to the carpet on all of issues? I get it. If men are as competitive as you said they are, why are they allowing a weaker species to even like tell them what to do in any form or facet? It's because, as you said, it feels so good.
No, I
feminine
don't think
men.
that's an, I think, but okay, the competitive
Yeah,
aspect
it's
of
the
it is just
feminine
one
man.
part of the conversation, right? That's not the entirety of it, right? People like to be affirmed. They like to be loved. They like to be heralded. They like to be believed. They like to be celebrated. They like to be championed. Like that's just the nature of men in a general sense. That's why men will stay in the friend zone for an extended period of time, even if they're not getting none.
Yeah.
They will
What?
stay in the
Yeah,
friend.
you
No, he's right.
feminine.
There are guys that will stay in the friend zone
Yeah,
for
whole lives.
potentially years. I mean, for years on end. Why do they do that if they're not actually getting any?
Number one, so I don't understand what that has to do in terms of if sex didn't feel so good, men allowing women to be in society.
No, because that wasn't the original question,
I
right?
thought
The
that was
original
what we were talking
question
about.
that the super chat said was, it was saying that sex is really only for reproducing. And I said,
Okay. Oh, I
it
disagree with
is
that. I
only for
disagree.
reproducing, then
I
why do
disagree.
it only why do it feel so good?
I disagree with that statement. I
Do
thought
you
I
you were
want it
talking
to
disagree
about.
with
feel
it too,
bad?
and that's what I was saying.
Anton,
That
do
it
you want it
shouldn't
to
be
feel
just for
bad?
reproducing. Impossible.
Yeah.
Well, logically it is, but it only feels
How?
that
How is logically it is? How is it only meant for reproducing?
because that's what it does. If every time you have sex, naturally,
There are animals that literally reproduce without having sex.
yeah, but the reason
So
Wow.
why
why aren't
animals,
we like that? Why aren't
the
we good like
animals,
that?
the reason why
I'm
animals,
not questioning God. I'm just saying thank you.
No.
the reason,
I'm just asking a
I,
question based off of logic, considering
Yeah.
that it is another possibility if that was the case, right? Why
Okay.
isn't that we were able to reproduce without it then?
okay,
Because
because complex creatures like complex systems of cells. The reason why some animals can reproduce asexually is because they're simple organisms. We have billions of cells and microbes in, not to mention the microbes in our gut flora. We can't just spontaneously
So you saying
reproduce.
that it was impossible for God to make us?
I'm talking about science.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing that you're not like you
No,
don't believe in that.
I believe in both. I'm a scientist. I'm a Christian who believes in science.
All right, we're about to go into a deep dive.
You don't think you can be Christian and believe
no,
in
I
facts
do.
and
I do.
science?
I do.
I didn't
I
say
do.
that you couldn't. I just know where the conversation is going.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I personally think if it wasn't for it feeling so good and becoming recreational, I think there's no way men would tolerate
I
women.
mean, but think about it. Not only do it feel good, it could quite possibly
Mm.
be one of the greatest feelings on earth.
And that's
Spiritual.
I mean, it can,
okay.
Oh,
So
for
so
some
think
of
about
us,
hold on a second. And so think
for
about it.
some of us, it
Women
completely
women
incapacitates
are
us.
so intolerable. Women are so intolerable that God had to make them one of the best feelings on earth so men wouldn't
you're
eliminate them.
wild. But the same could be
I
said by
mean, I
women
just
too.
completely go into zombie mode for like 13 seconds, bro, before I
Oh
just get
wow.
recovered.
Boy,
Oh,
lock your ass up real quick.
you're right.
It'll lock you up real quick. How your ass, boy. Shit. Mm-mm. Hey, God did something when I'm trying to tell you, boy, when he made that what it is, hey.
Why do my left calf lock up sometimes? I don't understand.
It'd be my right hamstring.
Jesus.
It'd be my right hamstring. I be
My
having
whole right
you ever-
side be like,
you ever had to like
You
do one of
need
these stretches like while you hitting it, you like stretching out while you hitting it, you got your legs stretched out.
boy,
Oh man.
and don't go a few days or a few weeks without getting some. Your ass gonna have a head
think
cramp
about it,
when
bro.
you get
It's
it.
dudes that
Nah, that's
dudes will put themselves in danger. They will go into spaces that they know they're not supposed to be in order to for just for the possibility.
Facts.
Like, what are you doing, fam?
Facts. Oh, facts.
I mean, not
So
even
then
just
so then let
humans.
me ask you a
Animals
question.
do that
Hold on a
too.
second. So let me ask you a question. Is it the feeling or is it that they deep down like and respect women?
I think it could be both, bro. It could be both.
That
That nigga
boy
nasty.
crazy.
Because think about it. Think about it. No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
I don't think so.
PNC is real, but it doesn't
Thank
happen with
The bank?
That's what I said. The bank.
No. It is
Eric
a bank.
crazy, man. Eric crazy.
When I say PNC, I'm saying post-nut clarity. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh
But
yeah,
it doesn't.
where you normal up, where you come back down to earth.
Yeah, it's
I
real,
got you.
but it doesn't happen with every single girl.
Okay.
I had my shit happen, man.
Like what 99%
Meaning,
of women like.
okay, so when I'm saying that is that some guys, or depending on the girl, or depending on whatever it is, the relationship, whatever, still have that same level of respect. Whereas some chicks is just like, why are you here? Get out of my face right now. Go hit the door, and you're gonna have to call your own Uber.
Okay.
Well, it depends
Why did I
on how
drop 30
good they can.
minutes?
It depend. Okay, so then that means it depends on what they can do after that. Like if you can cook or
No.
clean or be quiet, right?
No,
Those are the three.
we don't know. Just leave. No, just leave now.
No, I agree. I agree with that.
Even
But
if
that's
you
what I'm.
can clean great, leave.
I agree with that. But what I'm saying is that that's not. You said it wasn't for all cases, and I would agree with that. And that's what makes being in a relationship, I guess, what it is the fact that you still feel somewhat attached to the person after you get that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say it would be her. It would have to be something other than, the P and C that you get. You got to have something to value outside of that. And so what I'm telling you is that today most women don't, right? And I think a lot of us would agree on that. But the things that keep you attached are the things outside of the feeling that she can give you, right? Like there has to be something more than the feeling that she can give you, right?
Mm-hmm. Undoubtedly.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, undoubtedly.
So
you're muted.
Because that fade. That fade.
My bad. Yeah, I mean that's true, but then at the same time, it's almost like we have attachment to our homies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though they may not always necessarily serve a purpose in their lives, it's just a bond and a relationship that we've built up over time.
But I hope you're not trying to get one of those feelings from them, because that's a whole
But
completely different conversation.
I'm using them as an example.
Crazy.
I'm using them as an example in how we attach ourselves to people for things outside of what they can necessarily do for us in a general sense, right?
But Anton, I would push back and say that we only get that way if they prior in the past, if they have provided things.
That's not true. I've done it's people on this platform that I've done things for, not on this platform necessarily right this second, right? It's people in the chat that I've done things for that I've never met in my entire life, just because I think that they dope and I have, a general love for whether or not they are successful or not in a general sense.
But you think they're
dope. And they've never done anything for me.
But what inspired you to think they're dope though? Like, did they entertain you in some way?
Because I align myself with people based off of character and not just necessarily any other thing outside of that.
Exactly.
I'm looking for good people, not necessarily people that did something for me before I add value to them.
Well, you do have to. Well, that's a trait of survival. You do have to align with people that can be mutually beneficial, right? Like you're not gonna go hang around drug addicts all day and thieves, right? Like I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like.
All I'm saying is that you come to the conclusion that they're good people based off of like past interactions with them.
And not always, because I've done things for people before I knew that they were good people or that they had in my opinion, we could just say good spirit, right? I've sent money to people. I've given them opportunities. I pay for people therapy. I've paid people's funeral costs. I've paid their rent. I've done a lot of things for people without knowing much of anything about them, just because they asked me.
Well, that's kind of a different situation because we're talking about like long-term relationships and
no, we're not. We're talking about it's all encompassing because we're talking about how people align themselves with other people, and I'm saying that it's not all based off of only what value that they add back to me.
Okay. I could see some of that. I think that there is for charity, but you also don't want to align with people that are a liability to yourself as well.
I agree with that.
Okay, so there does have to be some. Usually, friendships are bound by common interest, and
I ain't say they was gonna be part of my inner circle. That's for sure.
And of course, people that have common and similar goals. So, somebody put something in the super chat. I would like you to read this.
Yeah, let me read them. Let me read these super chats.
I think he gave
Johnny Van Johnson said, "Are y'all are doing a lot of talking without thinking about the downstream effects. It's hard to put the toothpaste back in the tube." I guess he's talking about when we was talking about deletion. Humans aren't the only animals to have recreational sex. Women can only even get pregnant within the span of a week.
Interesting.
Ovulation. He's talking about
Interesting.
ovulation.
Interesting.
right.
No, that's an interesting point.
Jonathan Spencer says, "What's wrong with same-sex marriage and teaching that gay people exist in sex ed?"
Because
Is
it's
that the one you
wrong.
was talking about?
That is
not
what
what they
I'm
doing.
talking about. That is what I'm talking about. But first off, because it's wrong, it's not something that somebody. First, he said, "What's wrong with same-sex marriage?" That's an oxymoron. It's not a I don't recognize marriages if it isn't between a man and a woman. And in terms of people, you can teach people that they exist. I don't have a problem in sex ed. I don't think so. But
Yeah.
I can teach them. I can teach people that they exist, just like liars exist, just like thieves exist. I can teach people that these people exist, but I don't have to stamp it or celebrate it. And that's what I'm saying. We're not even telling people that they exist. We're literally forcing this on everybody. And you're finding these flags everywhere. And it's just, you people are getting very annoying. So just to be honest with you, I'm sorry. I mean, I know Anton has listeners, subscribers of all lifestyles, but for me,
Well, no, what I say is, this is what I say. I say that on a human level, I think that everybody deserves a level of respect.
correct.
Right?
Correct.
As a human.
Mhm.
Also, I've worked with people and I coach people that may live alternative lifestyles based off of what it is that we're trying to solve for, so on and so forth. You have to work out your own salvation with God. And that doesn't necessarily mean that I agree with your lifestyle. But at the same time, my biggest problem is that why are you flaunting it in front of my face?
Because they
Why
have
are
because
you
they
trying to
because they
impose
can't
your
reproduce.
lifestyle on me?
They don't reproduce, they recruit.
Yeah.
That's why. They need more. I look at them as a political ideology. I don't look at them as a sexuality. I don't because for one group I don't even think is real. Right? One group has to dress up like, I don't even want to go down this road.
You can go down
But
it. Go ahead.
okay, one group is politically indoctrinated, right? One group dresses up like another group shopping out of the boys section of Oshkosh to dress, right? And most of them are feminists at heart, right? Which means it's a mental thing for these people, right?
Yeah.
This isn't sexual, this is a mental thing. And then when you look at like the rates of abuse and obesity and things like that, this is a demonic spirit, right? This is absolutely a demonic spirit. The other thing I can say, okay, well, maybe this has existed since the beginning of time. This may be some type of weird kink. And then the other group, I can say, well, since you're physically damaging your body in order to be this is a mental disorder
It's
to
a
me.
mental disorder.
So like you got one group with the weird kink that shouldn't be there. Then you got another group who has taken feminism to its eighth wave and what they're trying to do, because you will meet, I'm going to use the L word, you will meet some L's. Oh, excuse me. You will meet some feminists that are not L's, but you will never meet an L that's not a feminist. This is literally feminism. This is literally feminism like projected onto the world through their identity, right?
Mhm.
And the imitation of men is pretty terrible. And I think honestly with them, we should have a day where they get treated like a man. So
This guy here.
like think about like the Purge, except it's like what is appropriate? It's like stud day or something like that. Where literally they
Man, he about to start some shit.
I'm sorry. I mean, I'm just sorry that group out of all of them, because think about it, studs were basically the first transgenders.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
I look at it as. The transgenders take their
Well,
parts
and
off.
drag queens.
Honestly, I can tell you that the transgenders take their parts off. The studs put the parts on. So then you can have like a donate. I don't want to get down to this. I want to make like a cartoon. You can have one. You can have like a recycle. You can have recycled parts, right? Like they can freeze. They can freeze their part and then donate it to a stud. It could be like the new version of weave. You know how like they got the human hair weave. Like literally, you can like freeze it and then donate it to one of the ones that want to be.
Oh my God. Y'all are so insane. What's up,
Oh,
Daddy?
you are a hypocrite.
You are
You said, but you don't do it. You are a hypocrite.
Okay.
You said that you don't do it.
Y'all two just need to go back and debate at this
Hey,
point.
Eric, just one
Hey,
thing.
I'm
hey,
telling you.
Oh my
hey,
god.
you
You
said
need
this 4 videos ago.
you need to do a
You,
better
you,
job because that sounds like Luigi from Super Mario.
that's what
That's
you
not
He
sound
really
like.
does.
that's not like me. That's
It
not
does
like me.
sound like you.
But I'm happy to meeting you, and
Oh,
I hope you recovered well
Happy to
from
meet
oh,
the last night.
okay. Oh,
I think
what
that
did I
didn't
do?
go well with you,
What
but
did I do last night?
no, the last time I saw you, you
Oh,
had like a little meltdown. So I hope you are
I had
better
a
now.
meltdown.
Yeah, you
Did I?
got an
Did I?
haircut.
Oh no.
So
Watching the videos.
yeah,
Oh, you are a hypocrite. You said this
I'm
3
here to
videos
stalking you.
ago.
Anton, you gotta set this debate up, man.
No,
You
I'm
said
not.
this 3 videos ago.
Hey, Eric, can
Oh
I ask you
shit.
something? Can I ask you something?
I have a whole reel of your videos
No,
saved on the
can
hard
I ask you
drive.
something? Because it's 6 p.m. here, and I was off
It's
working.
6 o'clock on the
Yeah,
dot.
and
I'm
I
in
didn't
my
want
drop
to.
top, cruising the streets.
Shut up, Eric.
I got a real
Well,
pretty band of
hey,
crypto
somebody
that's
change the
waiting for me.
This guy's
Hey, change the
crazy.
subject.
I
Change
didn't
the
want to
subject.
jump up, but I
I
saw you talk.
pull off, anticipated. I pull
Hey, let him rock,
off.
Eric. Eric, let him rock, let him rock, let him rock. Okay.
No, because I saw you guys talking about the LGBT community and talking about morals.
I do want to hear what your thoughts are on this.
Yeah, because
You
you guys,
are
Yeah.
a hypocrite. That's his thoughts. He's gonna say, you said this 3
Eric,
videos ago. Go ahead.
you took me out of your stream because I were interrupting, and you are doing exactly the same thing now.
Okay, so take me out then.
Yeah, yeah. No, but I'm glad that you did, and I'm not mad at you. So,
Okay.
You were talking about the LGBT community. I don't remember the last time I saw a ridiculous crime that they did, like a ridiculous crime that they did, and you talk about morality and religion. And I wanted to ask you, what is the group that is known for touching little boys and molesting kids? Are the LGBT community?
Wait. How did we get here?
Wait, y'all.
They are known for that.
Hold on. Hold on. Y'all gonna let him complete his complete. Hold on. Wait, y'all. Let him finish his thoughts, make his complete statement, and let him communicate how he wants to communicate as far as what is.
What's that group called? Is the LGBT
We can't say the word. We can't say that word.
Can I?
Hold on a second.
Yes, we can say
Let him finish, y'all.
I just wanted to ask which of these groups is known for touching little kids.
Yeah,
the LGBT community
or
the Catholic Church. Which one?
So hold on a second. So hold on. No, stop.
Which one?
Hold on a second. So hold on a second. This is what he does. He listens to stuff and he goes on other videos. So hold on a second. Will you let me respond? Will you let me respond? Will you let me respond? Will you let me respond?
The Catholic Church.
Will you let me respond?
Let him talk.
So first off, what he's trying to do is this. He hasn't done his research on child abuse cases to begin with, because he will see that the biggest group is a certain religion that I'm not even allowed to say on YouTube, because they will literally strip the platform down. If you look up the rate of child abuse cases in one church versus another church that I can't say on YouTube, they have a rate that is literally 5 times higher. But I'll tell you something else. If you look up public school abuse, what you're talking about, versus Catholic school, public school is even higher percentage-wise than Catholic school. So you're trying to come up here, like I said, you listen to me in other videos. Your whole goal. Hold on.
No. Stick to the point.
No. I already gave. No. I'm not deflecting. I gave you the answer.
You are.
No, stupid. I gave you the answer.
No.
Public school.
Hey, Fatty. He answered your question. He answered your question.
No, he did.
You are a hypocrite. You say what you don't do.
Fatty, he just answered
Let me talk.
Fatty. All right, Eric, 1 second. Fatty. He just answered your question.
I answered the question.
He cannot. He's not allowed to say the actual church because Anton's channel will get taken down.
Anton, can I talk?
Public school teachers.
Public school teachers.
Bro, you just don't like the answer.
Sir, public school teachers have a higher percentage of that type of section.
Allow you to deflect.
I'm not deflecting. I'm answering your question, you fat fuck.
Let me say why.
Let me say ass up, bro. You always come on here, your fat ass. Go get a fucking life, bro. I just answered your question.
Let me say
you asked me what group. You asked me what group had the highest percentage, and I gave it to you, fat boy.
Let me say why you are deflecting.
Dude, I'm not deflecting. I gave you the answer, stupid. No, yes, public school employees, yes. You are the hypocrite. You say, but you don't do it. You are the hypocrite. You say, but you don't do it.
But Fetty, all seriousness, there are religious groups that does it more than the Catholic Church.
You brought up the Catholic Church, stupid.
And to Eric's point, and Eric got a great point. The public schools are more on the wrong side of history in regards to this than the church, particularly the Catholic Church.
Fatty, hold on. You brought up. I've never seen they commit a heinous crime. It was just on the news that a switcher threatened to rape a woman in a bathroom.
Threaten.
That's a heinous crime.
You can't threat. You can't threat.
Hey, hold on a second. No, hold on a second. No, he said he asked me. He said you don't hear about them doing heinous crimes. Who is the largest perpetuator of violence against switchers?
I don't get your point.
Switchers.
Okay, exactly.
Transgenders.
You don't like the point. You don't like the point.
Again, deflecting.
Switchers a nice word though.
Again, deflecting.
It doesn't fit his agenda.
You know why you
like, bro? Hey, Fatty, I put it in the chat because I can't say it on this channel.
Yeah,
look at what I just put up in the chat. Look at what I just put up in the chat.
Yeah. Your name is Quinton? But
no, bro. What did I put before then? You can't. Don't say that.
Do not say the word. Do not say the word.
Why do you think I'm stupid?
Because you are.
You've proven it.
No. But you don't.
A couple times. You
guys are over here talking about morality. But we have the church is so bad.
This is the problem. I talk about one specific religion. I'm not religious. I'm an atheist, right?
Okay.
So when I talk about this, I'm talking about them because the Pope protected a lot of bishops and a lot of priests that everyone knew they were doing the shady things, but they were protected by the structure. I'm not talking about one isolated case. Hey, American man, shut up. I was talking.
No, that happens in all types.
No, let me talk.
American man, you're a hypocrite. I'm going to point out hypocrisy. That's my one.
Let him rock. Because I'm about to cook him. Let him rock.
So he already ate today. He doesn't need any more cooking.
So when I'm comparing a religion with structure that has a pope, a lot of bishops, priests, and there's a scheme there to touch kids and nobody knows.
Same with
against
the police.
individual guys.
Same with most religions.
Hey, American man, shut up, man.
No, you're deflecting, Fatty. Fatty, you're deflecting. Fatty, you're deflecting. You're deflecting. Fatty, you're deflecting.
Eric, when I talk about religion versus the LGBT, you don't have to talk about other religions.
So now you're deflecting.
Yeah. Because I'm not.
This is what I'm talking about. You want to frame these boxes, and you demand that I stay in this little box that you frame. Yes, it is, bro. You came over here. What group versus LGBT? No, I don't want to have to compare anything.
Okay, so I say
I don't have to make a comparison at all.
I say LGBT versus Catholic Church, and
I can say LGBT versus a Top Gun movie. Like, what do you like? You're the ones making the comparisons. I don't have to stay within those comparisons, you dummy, because you're the ones that frame the comparisons to begin with.
What's the moral ground that you have to talk about morality?
Just make a good comparison.
You don't even believe in morality, bro. You're just up here to point out. You're here to point out hypocrisy, dude. That's all you do in all these videos.
Yeah, you are part of a religion.
You are a hypocrite. You say, but you don't do it.
Whoa, Fatty. Run that back. Fetty, run that back. Say that one more time.
I'm going to say it one more time. You You
more
you
time.
belong to a religion.
Eric, 1 second.
You belong to a religion that is known for a pope and priest protecting other people on the church for touching little kids. That's reality.
That never happens in atheists.
Fatty,
Hold on a second. Atheists never do that.
Is that like? Oh, of course they do.
Atheists? Okay, so shut up. So your fat ass is in it too.
All right, so Eric, Christian, we are not under the Pope. So please choose your words carefully. Do a little bit more research. Because you cannot stop. Because you almost went out there with a false narrative. I am protecting you. Do not make that false comparison again.
Who is coming to get me? Vaticano?
Because you said
diabetes
we're not,
is coming to get you.
Yeah,
we're not Catholic. We are not Catholics, my brother. There's nowhere in the Bible that you can find that's going to justify the P word. I'm not going to say that word or the N word in regards to children. So before you jump out there again, please do your research because I'm protecting you. I'm doing you a solid.
Like his whole goal today, he doesn't want to come up here and talk about Roe versus Wade. He wants to come up. No, you don't. You want to come up here. You do the same thing in every video. You come up here with a preset state. You come up here with preset statements. And then you try to point out hypocrisy. That's all you do. Like you don't have any. All you are is a critic. You don't have any original. You don't have any original ideas of your own. I wish you had a good weight. So you don't have any original ideas of your own. You're not very educated on things, and you come up here and all you do is just point out hypocrisy, bro.
Hold on, wait. Let me ask a question. Let me ask this question. Hey, Fatty.
Hello.
What are your thoughts on, or what is your position on the Roe v. Wade thing?
Thank you.
I believe women should have the right to do what they have to do between those months where physicians and doctors that know where the fetus is formed already or not. I think women should have the right to do what they have to do in those months. After those months, I think not. But in those months that they are protected, I think they can do whatever they want to do about it.
This motherfucker crazy.
Let him. I mean, that's his first point that he's. That's the first point that he's made. Like he doesn't come. He comes up here to
Eric,
point out
talking about
everybody
gays
else.
and the LGBT community.
I don't believe. So what's wrong with that? I don't believe in it.
And
Okay. So what's your point? What's your point of telling me this?
You were talking about a topic, and I entered to join the topic.
Okay. What's your issue on the top? What's your? If I don't believe in same-sex marriage, what are you trying to tell me about that? Like, what are you up here to tell me?
No, I think you are being a little bit disingenuous and talking about morals and religion and this and that. When the LGBT community, of course, they are having sex with the same gender. You might have.
Are you a part of that community?
Hold on, wait. Wait.
American man is looking real tasty now. Are you done? Are you okay with that?
No, he's been
King, are you
Go
okay?
ahead, Fatty. Go ahead, Fatty.
Are you okay with that, King?
Fatty, go ahead. Finish your statement, bro.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, but that's your problem. Protect your chicks. When I was talking, I was literally saying you have to have the moral stand ground, right? If you are going to judge some type of people, you have to understand that you belong to a religion that had a pope, and on the last 20 years,
none of us will belong to that religion.
Let him finish his points.
None of us are Catholic.
Let him finish his points.
You're an idiot.
This is all he does.
American man, let him finish.
When you keep claiming I'm Christian, I'm Christian, I'm moral, I have morals, I believe in morals, The LGBT is not moral, the LGBT is not moral. Look at yourself, look at the mirror, and look at the crimes that you did on the last 100 years. I'm not even going to down on history talking about what the religion did when they were on the colonization and trying to convert people. But on the last 100 years, the last 20 years, you saw hundreds of thousands of kids,
about what the LGBT
and hundreds of thousands of kids coming out saying that they were touched and molested by the church with the protection of the Pope. So
are people ever molested or touched by the LGBT community?
Of course they were. And
so then shut up.
That's how
you contradicted yourself.
That's your initiation.
Like, shut up, bro. Like, you're just stupid.
I don't think that he's contradicting himself, y'all. Like, y'all gotta let him
No,
finish.
he
Go ahead.
wants to come. That's what he comes up here to point out hypocrisy, as if that's going to stop me from following what I believe.
I think no one has the moral ground.
Nobody has the moral ground. So if God is dead, then if nobody has the moral ground, then what I'm saying is right.
Why are you? Why?
You're saying? Because you said nobody has the moral ground.
No, a lot of no, it's not about that. Religion as a church, as a structure, is like a police. That's why we hold the police to a higher standard, because they are not civilians. They have a structure.
So you hold them to a higher standard than you hold to the average person having 60 times more to have HIV, right?
What's the point about that?
Oh, what's the point? No, you wanted to point out. You wanted to take shots at the Catholic Church. So let me take shots. Does the average Catholic attendee have 60 times percentage more of HIV than the average citizen?
That doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make sense. No, you're pointing out shots. Okay,
look at me. Look at what I'm about to say. I could
do one in eight Catholic Church members have HIV?
Yeah, but
I'm Catholic, so that's not even anything to throw out there.
Like this dude, you want to come in. You want to come in. This is what I don't understand. You want to come in.
Let me concede. Let me say, yeah, you are right. Catholic Church doesn't have a rate of HIV the same as the LGBT community, and I could be a dumbass and strawman you and reply, oh, you know how many kids are abandoned by the LGBT community? 0. You know how many kids are abandoned by the hetero couples? 150 and millions of them.
What are you talking about?
Man, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. In terms, hold on a second. Let me ask you a question. Because your hold on a second. How you came up here, you came up with your foundational argument was SA, the abuse of children. Let me ask you a question. Who has a higher abuse of children? The Catholic Church, the LGBT community?
Of children?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know the data. I know.
Oh, you don't know the data now.
Some cases they're the same thing, bro.
On that note, it's time to change the subject.
I know that woman.
Yeah,
hold on. I got yo, Fatty. I got a phone call coming in. Hold on.
Bro,
no, but I know that.
Why would you come up and
let
make
me
that
say
point
this. I know
if you don't even know the statistics?
No, American man is not about that because, for example, I know
it is
that
about that. You came up and said
American man
that the Catholic Church is known for a certain thing, and you didn't even look up the statistics.
Can you get closer to the camera so I can see your pretty face?
Is in the Catholic Church compared to the people you're protecting. The people you're protecting do it more. That's the statistics.
Yeah.
So, are you going to say something about that?
Yeah, I'm going to talk to the statistics I know. Women by far are the most on the every kind of population that kill kids, rape kids, and do a lot of abuse to kids. I'm not here demonizing women. That's a straw man. I know that a couple of women do. I know they are far above and beyond on the scale when it comes to harming the kids. But no, I'm not going to come here and say women are terrible. Women do this. Women do that. Because in the state, some women do that. Why can't?
But you said that about the Catholic Church.
Yeah, of course. But once again, why can't the LGBT
you are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite.
So Fetty, wait. So Fetty, I want to use your point and flip it around against you, based off of your logic. Can we say the same thing about public schools?
No.
Exactly. So let's get back to the topic.
Is there an epidemic of those cases in public school?
No, Fetty, I just took your talking point and turned it against you.
Can you elaborate
to prove it futile. So let's get back to the Roe versus Wade topic.
Let's get back to it, man. Yeah. You be beating the dead horse, dog.
Let me read some of these super chats really quickly. Give me a second. Jay Ben says, "Keep that moist misery out of our kids' faces." Jonathan Spencer said, "Bruh, these people truly be bothering you. You got too much animosity, and for real, who cares about same-sex marriage? How did it affect you?"
You mean how does it affect the black? You know what? I won't go there. I'll say that for Mike.
Construction Loan says you are a hypocrite. You say it, but you don't do it. Stacy Rubin says, "Eric, bro, when did it become okay to tell another grown man to shut up, call him a fat ass? You're smarter than that, my guy."
Nah, you can do that. There's no problem. Yeah, bro. I like Eric.
Carl says, just tuned in, and a new Anton had a panel going with patriarchy on this topic. Jay Ben says, Fatty, a male version of Anna lost.
I'm sorry.
Sauce.
Don't disrespect Fatty like that. Jay, hey Jay, you're my guy. Hey Jay, you're my guy. Don't disrespect Fatty like that. It's fuck Anna.
And thank Chris.
It's fuck Anna to the end of time.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
So okay, so wait a minute. So Fatty, you don't want it overturned.
No, he's not going to be overturned.
It
already was, stupid.
Roe v. Wade was
No, but he has to go
overturned
to the states now, right?
No, yeah, the state.
Federally, hold on, y'all.
No need to laugh.
Because I would not have known if Eric let me know that it got overturned this morning, right?
No, but he said it needs to go through the states now.
No, now the decision has to go to the states.
That was the whole goal, bro.
Yeah, but
so basically he's right. He's right. Now it's up to the states to determine.
No, but Roe v. Wade has been overturned.
No, yeah, but the thing is,
American man. He's like impeaching Donald Trump. He's not going to leave.
Hold on a second, but that's not. You don't know what you're talking about, dude. Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade was a federal precedent. They never said they wanted a whole ban. They wanted they wanted to have it sent back to the states. It wasn't for a permit. Do you understand how like?
Eric,
no, they wanted it sent back to the states, dude. They didn't want a whole ban. Dumb.
Eric, no,
you're not smart.
And no, it's exactly what I'm saying.
No, that's
exactly what I'm saying.
Worry about your Supreme Court.
Let me talk. People think that just because it was overturned, now the states are going to change their laws and women are not going to be allowed to do abortion. The states are not going to pass this.
Who said that?
3 states already did it, bro.
Who said that? Nobody said that.
Eric, let me ask you this. How many?
Nah, bro, that's bullshit. We shouldn't do that.
Of 50
nah, that's bullshit, bro.
How many states
especially
are going to really
black, bro.
Take back the abortion laws?
I care about my kids.
So, for example, I would say,
bro. It's too many of us that don't have parents who don't have the right structure, and then we get out here and we fuck, bro. Like, nah. Anytime I go smash.
Wait. Hold on. Let me reset. Hold on, American man. Let me reset. Mike, what is your stance on this?
Oh no, they shouldn't do that shit, bro. Like, think about
who shouldn't do what?
I'm sorry. Let me get it together. I've been, but nah. Like we should we should keep Roe, Wade intact and just keep doing the way we've been doing. Like that's shouldn't be a thing.
We're in such a good trajectory.
Hey, let him talk.
Nah, you have to think about it, bro. Especially, I'm gonna talk not strictly for, but I'm just talking about the black community, right? If you had any kind of interaction with the hood or whatever, you know how bad it is with you can go to the I don't know if you got the same thing, but a food town or a grocery store, and you see the mom in there with 3 kids, and they running around going crazy.
So they're not aborting their kids. I mean, so they're not deleting their kids.
So you saying more kids from the inner city should be killed?
So what would getting rid of deletion do anything? Because they're not doing it. So what would that do?
So that's more young kids. That's more kids going basically back to the system.
So you want less kids, less ghetto kids.
Yeah, I want life all the way.
Me myself, I could care less because I know what I'm gonna do. I know how I'm gonna get down. I know how I'm gonna take.
If you only care about yourself, why do you care about Roe versus Wade?
Hold on. But having a kid at an early age for a lot of people is a detriment.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
But it's still a detriment. And as the people who I don't know what kind of financial situation y'all in or whatever, but as the people who
brings up finances to justify deleting
go back to these kids. I'm more so if you don't do some shenanigans, go do the shenanigans, but don't let it come out your bad choices come out of my pocket.
Well, abortion's coming out of your pocket because some of the
can't say the A word.
Oh, sorry. Some of the deletions. Sorry about that. God, Anton, I'm sorry about
that. Depending on who it is, they can go to a doctor and do it the quote unquote normal way, right? But in some cases, and for Planned Parenthood, I got a partner who I want to say worked there for about a year. People from the urban background, that's probably where they're gonna go to go get it done at. And that ability is there, or that not ability, but that
option.
There we go. Thank you. That option is there. That shouldn't. I think that we should keep that option there. You can do whatever you want, but we should have that option there, bro. Like,
And the option should be there. It's the option should be there because you saw 3 ghetto kids in the grocery store.
Well, I've been living in my side of town most of my life, so I know how to get down over here. You know what I'm saying?
Where you from?
All right, and then I think that's where I want to come in.
Where are you from?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Southwest right here. Southwest right here.
Interesting. Okay.
But none of that.
Yeah, you're from one of the best states in the union with no tax, with no state income tax, where a bunch of corporations and the ghetto kids. I got you. They should be.
But I'm saying our crime rate within, not just in Houston, but in Texas has like tripled. And these are like stats that you can go on. I don't know if you're familiar, or one of you guys from Texas, right? Know about Houston or anything like that? Okay, bet. So you know what's going on in Houston right now, right? As far as catalytic converters, kids going out there, old dudes getting kids go through that type of shenanigans.
So did you have a problem? So did you have a problem with George Floyd?
I mean, it was a weird situation, but I'm glad we got a win. I ain't gonna tell. I'm glad we got a win.
The thing is, but according to you, to your logic, people are just out here doing crazy stuff, so then they should be deleted, right?
I wouldn't. Hey,
what's the correlation? What's the correlation between that and George Floyd?
No, because he said, everything is crazy right now. Crime is out of control. That was his justification for deleting babies. So I'm just saying that the next time that a dope dealer,
I think it's more so classism.
The next time that a dope dealer in Louisville, who's got a dead body in the trunk of a rental car, gets shot by the police, I don't want to hear any of y'all complaining. Because since we all should just let people die because they commit crimes, I don't want to hear any of y'all doing your outdoor dance party for the no justice, no peace stuff.
But I think it's more so classism than race or whatever the case may be. Like lower class, you're going to see a lot of kids with single mothers and all this other stuff. But I kind of want to bring it back to Mike in regards to his stance on this. With the abortion, like you said, you wish Roe versus Wade. I'm sorry, with deletion, it's going to take me a while to adapt to that. With Roe versus Wade, you want it in place on the federal level, although the states can still do their thing.
And no, I'm sorry to cut you off, but the states can do whatever they want, right? Because the states can do whatever they want, basically, right? Already, right? Because in Texas, it's the easy thing to do. You know what I mean? So the states already have the choice of how they're going to handle it, but now it's all on them to make the decision. I don't feel like that's the best idea, bro, because depending on which way that the state leans, as far as on the political side, if you're in a conservative state, you probably can't get the abortion there, and you got to move. If a person needs to get some abortion, you feel me? They probably don't have the bread.
Be careful with the A word, bro. Be careful with the A word.
Deletion. It's going to take a while to adapt.
It is. And I got to be honest. I think with this decision, they're going to start coming after people pretty hard. Because I actually did a video last night. I think that people are going to riot tonight. I do.
Well, it's going
to be a riot. Protest, yes. I don't know about a riot.
You know why I think it's going to be a riot? Because I think like the stuff in the Catholic Church. I think the people that are pro this decision will be fighting back. I do. I don't think that you'll just be out there. No, they're going to be fighting because when they showed the video today of outside the Supreme Court, it was just as many anti-abortion people out there going back and forth with the people that were, anti-deletion. People out there as it was. So it's going there. That's the reason I think it'll be a riot. I don't think that.
What was the ratio of women there on that demonstration? Do you remember?
It was a lot that were anti-deletion.
It's mostly women.
No, hold on a second. The ones that were anti-deletion as well, were women too.
A lot of women.
Yeah, but do you think they are going to riot? That's the thing. Women
Bro,
usually
I
don't
think this. I think if you run up in a Catholic church this weekend with that beat, you're gonna get your ass
come on,
handed to
Eric.
you.
Come on,
No,
Eric.
they're already on high alert. The Department of Human
On high
Services.
heels, we want with pussy heads.
Yeah, because most
They
churches got
already have been
security
doing
now.
it. They've already been
Most
doing
churches
it.
got security and police
Hold on a second.
officers
They've
now.
Are
already
you
been doing it.
really going to act like liberals? Like
No,
the
they are
liberal
not dangerous. No,
protests
woman.
don't
I'm
shit
talking
out of
about
hand
women.
most of
Women
the
are
time?
not dangerous when they riot.
Oh,
They
so,
are.
he's still a feminist. So you think women are innocent?
No, I'm not thinking
During
that women are.
Have you
BLM, do
watched
you
it?
know
I
who
was gonna
burned
say, have
down?
you watched the BLM?
During BLM, do you know who burned down a lot of those buildings? Like the Wendy's in Atlanta, it was women.
White women.
No, but most of the people there were men. Women were behind them. That's
Dude,
the
I'm
point.
just saying that, dude. If you look up some of the worst stuff in BLM, like the people that try to throw that firebomb in that cop car in New York, that was a woman.
Yeah, but like I said, there was a lot of men there, and women were.
Oh God, this dude, bro. You are the hypocrite. You say, but you don't do it. You are the hypocrite.
But
You say, but you won't do it.
he left the panel because I was going to ask Mike about his thoughts about Roe versus Wade, and my take on it was with the women having all these children being born into the situation. Is your body, is your choice. Why did you make such a bad decision to put yourself in a compromising position to bring children into the world who didn't ask to be here, let alone a stressful environment?
Why aren't you on birth control? Why aren't you?
Believe it or not, I'm not an advocate for birth control. The reason why I'm not an advocate for birth control, male or female, is because I think it could do long-term damage to the body. So that's why I'm not for birth control.
I've heard a little bit of that. I haven't been doing the research on that. I've heard.
I think. So first off, Christopher, that's like just speaking off of because I've done a lot of research on.
Yeah, but you are not having sex with the American man. You can talk about that.
Okay, shut up.
I'm sorry.
First off,
I was joking with you.
Yeah.
I was joking with you. I'm sorry. That was mean. That was mean.
What sumo?
Hey, Chris, I seen your point, dog. I got a response.
Okay, gotcha.
So Chris, first off,
hey, American man, we didn't hear you. What'd you say again?
Yeah, as far as like abort, like
hold on. I mean, I'm sorry. Hold on, American man. Fatty, what was you saying again? You said something again.
No, to you?
No, I thought you was talking about American man. I didn't hear what you had said.
No, I didn't say nothing. It was. No. American man. I apologize. It was very immature on my part.
You won't dare say it again. Anyway,
I'm sorry. I was immature on my part. You shouldn't judge men for the sex they have. I'm sorry.
As far as the long-term effects of abortion.
Deletion. I know. We get it.
I'm sorry. Of deletion, there are barely any. There, as far as science goes, like the studies they've done, like if so, the most detrimental form is like the little T thing they put up inside you and stuff. Like that.
UDI.
That's the one. Yeah,
I think it's either IUD or
IUD. IUD. That's the one that has the most long-term effect. But the shot is the best. Next comes the pills. The effects of the pills is short-term hormonal imbalance as far as like you might get like bloating or irritable. But that's the only thing. You might. Like there's a small chance. Literally small. I mean small. Like factually small, statistically.
And I guess go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I'm about to say I'm about to sound like super bleeding heart, but I'm in Texas, so I can't really. What can I really do? But dude, like it is kind of weird that it's like a bunch of dudes on it. It should be like at least one chick to be like, even if she's like,
no.
The line is open.
Nope.
Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't know. I didn't know. But yeah,
let me tell you why women don't come
jump
up
in, bro.
Let me tell you why women don't come up a lot of times. It's because they scared of y'all.
I'm being cool, man. I got my dentures in. I'm trying to,
when it's just me by myself, women be coming through. When y'all come on here and y'all start getting angry with each other, then they be like, nope, I'm not jumping on there. I'm not getting in their crosshairs.
My question for Mike, my question for Mike is, why do you value the opinions of women? Do you think they're equal to you?
Here we go.
And that's why they ain't
Bro,
coming up here.
I'm questioning him like as a man.
Yeah.
Shouldn't your opinion matter as a man?
My opinion. Well, that's the thing, bro. I know who I am, and I'm very grounded in what I do in my life. You feel me? But at the same time, we do walk on around this earth with like another gender. You know what I'm saying? So you might like I don't know.
We also walk around this earth with cockroaches. I don't stop and ask a cockroach what they think.
Are you saying a woman is a cockroach?
No, I'm just saying as a man. I'm just saying as a man, I don't sit around trying to find about the opinions of women. Oh, we
hey, bro, hey, Afro Samurai, you gotta calm down, cuz. Like, hold it, bro.
Hey, bro, get that beer.
Hey, bro, like you were like in your mid-20s and you look like 52. So calm down, cuz.
Eric, can you look at the camera?
No. Okay, I'm playing. Get your joke off, bro. But like, I really, this is like kind of a good conversation. But like, we can do roast battle on Xbox Live. I know you on it right now, so you feel me? Just do your thing, bro.
Eric, can you look at the camera? Eric,
what?
Can you look at the camera?
Ask you a question.
What? I'm looking at my other screen.
What up, King?
I need to ask Anton a very, very well. It's not even a question. It's reiterating something that you had said, I believe, on a Thursday show. And it fucking plays into what the hell is being said right now. Do you remember? I think you went at it with. It was Lady T. You had went at it with Lady T. Y'all had got personal or whatever, and you had said something that is so fucking true, and it just happened just now, right? And you said that it's men protecting women's right to say and do whatever the fuck that they want to do. This man is literally up in here right the fuck now, talking about trying to literally protect women's right to be fucking reckless with their womb. A woman has 100% authority of her box. She polices her pussy, not us. So how in the hell can you sit up here and try to make it seem like they never had the choices and the options that they always have, bro?
Never said that.
I got you. I can respond.
I'm not done. And it's the reason why those fucking women are outside of that the Supreme Court right now getting ready to riot because they about to tear that bitch up tonight. The reason why is because they have men like that is behind them and that will cape and protect their right to be fucking reckless. These women are out here spreading the motherfucking legs for any and goddamn everybody recklessly, and you know it. Every person on this fucking panel knows.
100%. These women are like crazy. These women are like bottom of the barrel, bro. But I'm sorry, King.
You want to hear their opinion though? You are
because we talking about like abortion. We talking about deletion, bro. That comes from them.
Be a man. But the reason you're supposed to lead, you're supposed to be leading them. You're not supposed to be. Hey, what are you?
You can't lead everyone though, bro. Like, what are you talking about? You can't lead every.
Exhibit A, why you can't? Exhibit A, why you can't? You're supposed to.
I feel you, but to King, man, I feel you got it, bro. But to King, my response to that is, this is the thing that like I really like. I try to kind of live my life by, bro. That's all like hypothetical, right? I'm talking about like the here and the now, bro. Like, yo,
y'all don't like talking to women?
They're great, man. I love women are the best, man. Shout out to them.
It depends on what we're talking about. It depends on what the conversation. I don't like talking to women about politics at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I do. I like it depending.
I don't like. Listen, it depends on what I'm talking to a woman. Women are very insightful on a lot of different things, but in terms of like politics, no, I'm good on it. I just think there's some things men shouldn't talk about with women. Politics is one of them.
And I apologize, y'all, for cussing so much, but that right there, it really gets me worked up, bro. Because if you are not, you as a man, bro, you are not getting a fucking woman pregnant if she don't want to be pregnant.
No need to apologize, my brother.
It's not happening.
But bro, like that's. I feel you, but what if you? But like, if she keep that baby, bro, and you gotta change your
I
lifestyle
guess
to
it's
help her
different
take
for
care of
me
that
because
baby, when you
I
could have
do.
just
Bro,
like
hold
helped her
on,
get
hold
rid
on.
of
I
it.
guess it's.
Okay,
I don't know. It's
wait, wait.
weird for me
Like,
because
No,
I actually
not get
I
rid
do
of it.
control my chicks.
It with an M. It. You know what I'm saying?
I
That's your
control
okay,
baby.
my
whatever you
chicks.
want to call,
Oh,
bro,
but
Yeah.
whatever you want to call
Anton,
it.
keep this
Y'all
in mind.
trivialize
You like
the
myself
act
is
of the
married,
children.
so they're
But I
Yeah.
talking
mean,
about
Yeah,
either
single
I'm
way,
women.
not married, so
either
I
way,
mean,
I
I get it or
control
whatever, but
everything.
like, I'm not married. So if I deal with a young lady and something happens and it's like, oh,
Hold
the
on,
test
hold
came
on, hold on,
back.
kid. Hold
Oh,
on, hold on, hold on, fam.
my bad.
I own her. This is not a
Right.
partnership. I control everything.
Facts.
So
Gotcha.
I do control it.
Okay.
Can I
I
just
feel you, bro, but that's control in your and with your wife, right?
Correct.
I'm talking about like the rest of the world that we have to go into, bro. Like
Bro,
it's
we
like
But who got
that's
to go
nah,
into? I
bro.
only had to get it right once. I only got one
Yeah,
person to get
exactly.
it
You
right.
see, you lucky, bro. Like I've watched the channel for a while, so like I know the story, the story that you put on YouTube, right? Like you did the right things. A lot of people aren't that lucky, bro. A lot of
That's
people
not
have to
luck.
like bump their
See, I
head.
don't
I
consider that
mean,
luck.
not
I consider that
most people
attention.
aren't diligent enough. You know what I mean? They're not diligent until like the issues come.
Hey, Mike,
And
can you tag me
Well,
in?
Anton, I would consider it luck
Mike,
because
can you tag me in?
weren't
say
you
what?
taught by
Can you
like
tag me in?
people
You
around
said
you?
I'm lucky.
Yeah,
No,
like from
I
your
said
family.
Hold
lucky,
on,
but I meant to say you're
hold on, Mike. Hold on,
I
Mike.
said
Hold on, Mike.
he's lucky because like to the influence that you had at a young age, like you were born to the right people to teach you certain things.
I was gonna be.
Consider that lucky.
I was gonna be the king no matter what, bro.
Okay.
But
Let
you
me just
earned
say
it.
this. Let me just say
You
this.
earned it.
Let me just say this. I don't have a problem with people that are pro life. My problem, once again, that Eric doesn't like is the inconsistency. For me, a man and his word, I think people need to be consistent with their opinion. Of course, we are going to be hypocrites from time to time, but I focus. You might have a point that I don't agree, but if you are consistent with that point, I'm okay with it. And for me, the problem with the pro-life people is that they are only pro-life once the kid is on the belly. Once he's outside, they don't care about giving money to orphanage. They don't care about the
Because
death
why would
penalty.
they?
They don't
They,
care
no,
about.
that's not nobody's
Yeah,
responsibility, bro.
they
That's
they
no
don't.
one's responsibility, bro.
Let
Like,
me finish.
Criminals.
Let me finish,
that's
please.
no one's
They,
responsibility.
Bro,
But I
they
feel
don't
you, though,
care.
bro.
Wow,
They don't.
guys, I've never heard this argument before.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
They don't care about baby formula after they're
No,
born. They
no,
only
no, no,
care when
no,
they're in
no,
the
no, no,
womb.
no.
Wow. What an
Eric,
innovative argument.
Eric,
They
no,
only
no,
care
Eric.
about
Can I
murder.
talk, please? You guys
Of course
keep
we
Bro,
do.
jumping
this
on
is
me.
fucking.
Why?
Of course we
This
do.
Why
is
are you
fucking.
getting so agitated? Why? Let Fatty talk,
No.
please.
Because we already had this combo before you
No,
came
no, but
on.
it's
Like,
not
bro,
the.
none of your
But,
arguments are
Are
unique. That
new.
all
but it's
you
not
people say the
about.
same
No,
stuff.
but
You're
it's
just an
not about
ideologue,
that.
bro.
The thing is, you are pro-life. Pro-life means that you should be pro-quality of life.
No.
If
Does not
I'm a
mean that.
kid, if I
That's
have a
not what
kid,
that means.
let me.
No.
So, which means you should give
American
the
man. Hey,
homeless
That's not what that
person
means.
change.
That is
If
not
you're
what that means.
pro-life, you
this
should give the
is
homeless person all your money.
Yeah.
no, it's not
Yeah.
about the
That's
homeless
right.
person. No, it's not. It's not
You
about
should
that.
let all the
How can
immigrants
you?
come into
So,
your
If you're
country and just
pro-life,
take
how
all
can
your
you
Eric,
stuff.
defend
I'm
the
going
Hold
to
on, yo. I
Fucking
gotta let him make his
insane,
point.
Eric.
man.
I'm going to kick you off the program. Okay.
I'm sure you are. The Denny Craig program or Weight Watchers?
Hey, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself. My thing is, you are not consistent. You are pro-life, but you are pro-life only when the kid is on the belly. For example, you have a kid, a woman that is 19. She doesn't have money. She don't know who the baby daddy is. She's
He
going to
shouldn't be
have the
having
kid.
sex.
If you are
Let him finish.
if you are pro-life, you should be in support of the government. Give some means so she can raise the kid and he doesn't end up on jail like
It's
most of
called
those kids
Medicare.
end up. Give him
Okay.
structure for them to have a good
I
life.
gotta
already
let
have
him
For me,
that
this
in
is
finish.
America.
Listen. Y'all
American
gonna have
man.
to.
Why are you
Hold
doing
on.
that?
Wait. Y'all gonna have to exhibit a level of patience. Like let the people finish what they were saying, and then we're gonna, you more than welcome to comment back. Let them finish.
This is my only thing. You have to be consistent. The death penalty, we know that 4% of the people on death row are innocent. Still, most people that are pro-life don't care about life if that's the point. So for me is the thing. You have to be
What if they're
consistent.
pro-birth? Would you want them to change their name?
Yeah, you might have to
Okay,
change.
we'll say pro-birth. Okay,
you might
all right.
have you might have to change the name to pro-birth because that will be honest. But being pro-life is a lie.
So just because they say life, then they're not adhering to your
Oh,
definition of
I
life.
got a good super chat for you, Patriarchy. Hold on one second. Let me read them. Let me get to these super chats. Robert H said, "Oh shoot, hold on. I got to come back to that one. I'll come back to Robert H. Spaces. I appreciate
that chat going crazy though, bro. They call me a simp. They call me all types of shit, bro. All types of stuff. They going.
They call Jesus worse, my friend.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Oh, my bad.
Let me see if I can get back to Robert H. Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Y'all can go ahead and continue. I'll come back to these in a minute.
I was saying you have to. You might have to change the name to pro-birth because
why for you? They have to change it for you.
No, as soon as let's listen to this. Listen to this.
Financial program.
Listen to this, Eric. Hey, American man, let me talk. Come on, you might talk next to me. Let me talk. Let me finish. For example, you guys have school shootings every single week, right? I come here and I say, hey. Maybe you need some regulation. I'm not saying a ban, but maybe you need some more regulation. And the same people that are pro-life, don't take our guns away.
Well, we don't.
Hold on.
We only care about the life of Americans.
Before
we
you
don't
respond,
care about the life of
Patriarchy.
foreigners like you.
You're not pro-life.
Before you respond, Patriarchy,
I'm
let me get these
pro-America.
Let me get this chats. Robert H said he's not right. Something like 20 states have legislation in place right now that the minute Roe is overturned, deletion is illegal. All right, Spaces, rock with you. Thank you, my friend, for holding me down. Says listen to Business Pitch series, and I must say that I'm truly amazed at everyone's creativity. Some ideas need to be scrapped, but most are absolutely genius. Shouts out to you, Anton, for being a shark and teaching them to have a business mindset. Thank you, Spaces. You know I rock with you. You've been rocking with me for a long time. Thank you. I appreciate you. Dang, why I keep losing these super chats? Patriarchy, what is your ethnicity, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm Black American. How about you, my friend?
Yes, sir.
All right. Also says Patriarchy, you sound like you hate women. You only have one other option.
Your option is to keep sending in super chats. Thank you, my friend.
Stacy says Anton, the hardest man on YouTube. Thank you, Stacy. You know I rock with you. Miss Joy says, thank you, Eric, for giving me a song to annoy my husband with. You are a hypocrite.
You say, but you don't do it.
KTB, keep that baby. And then Karen L says, Patriarchy, do you want women to vote or should we take that away too?
Repeal the 19th Amendment. Repeal it.
Patriarchy does not support women voting.
19th Amendment should be a disaster. Like I don't support all men voting either. We already had the conversation.
Thanks for the super chat, though.
Hold on, let me get a couple more of these in here. Robert H says not pro-life, anti-deletion. Some people have to go. Acadia says the wait list for adoption is 6+ years long, is highly vetted and extremely expensive. Conservatives have charities we donate to that help women. What do y'all think about that?
That's Come on.
That is true.
That is kept. Most of conservatives will never adopt anyone. We have to talk about
where are you getting this from?
Conservatives,
where are you getting this from?
Have you adopted? Hey, Fatty, have you adopted somebody? Have you adopted somebody? Fatty, have you adopted somebody?
I don't have. I don't want to.
Okay, all right.
I don't want to have kids. I'm not going to leave myself.
I want to get to this one.
American.
Fatty, you said you want to have kids?
Hold up.
Hey, Fatty, are you going to breastfeed your kids?
Hold on one second, y'all. I want to get to the super chat. I don't want to miss this. This is the one I missed. Though I'm against deletion, it keeps people taking accountability.
Girls going wild.
I don't know. Make it illegal when will help there will be abortions and a baby in the trash. So basically they saying make it illegal. Will there be deletions and babies in the trash is what he's saying.
They used to be they'll find her through DNA and she'll be thrown underneath the jail. Good luck with that.
Dry cleaners are going to go out of business because they're going to take all the hair, what's it called? Clothes hangers. So
it works just like the alcohol prohibition. It always works.
And then we should just let it all go on in abundance.
You are a hypocrite.
We gotta wrap it up, y'all, because I got a meeting at 2:00.
Wrap it up.
Hey, by the way,
y'all gotta give me y'all final thoughts, and we gonna continue this conversation.
Let me just.
Hey, yo, Anton.
Eric, can you look at the camera? Look at this. I don't know why, but you went to the barber and asked for a fatty airline or something like that because we have the same airline.
Womp, womp,
Well, then take the hat off. Take the hat off.
No,
Then.
I don't know what is happening there.
I don't know. No, I can grow. Look,
Put it on. Put the hat on.
No,
Put the hat on.
Yours can't do that.
Do this. Oh yeah, you have the same hairline as me.
No, I don't have the same hairline as you.
Are you stalking me?
No, I'm not.
You have a
cul-de-sac in the middle of your hairline. You have a cul-de-sac.
Oh my god!
Just like that.
Okay. All right.
It was an honor. Thank you.
All right.
Fight Club tonight. What's y'all the final thoughts?
What time is Fight Club tonight?
You know what it is, 11:45 p.m. Eastern.
That should be home by then.
4 a.m.
Doing what? What are you doing out past 10 p.m.?
I know that is kind of crazy for me, but I got a late night construction gig.
Oh wow! Be careful out there.
Good shit.
Dude, I do think it's gonna go down. I do think it's gonna go down tonight, though. I do think people
riots are going to be crazy on high heels and stuff like that. It's
going to be across America or in certain cities.
I mean, your cities are you're in
only
liberal places.
Seattle and New York.
Have you not looked at people storming into churches, bro?
I didn't see that yet.
Woman don't.
Is it going in the mid?
Like that.
Women don't what? Women don't what?
Do damage like that all by themselves. They don't.
Yeah,
do it.
tell that to the lady that burned down the Wendy's in Atlanta, bro.
All right. Apparently, y'all
My boss calling me, so I'm.
I got final thoughts. I'm just letting them talk. I'm just letting them talk.
What's your final thoughts? Mike V, hold on. Mike V needs to go.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all. Y'all good, great group, guys. But let these young ladies get rid of those babies because one, if you slip up one, you don't want as bad as they are, bro. As bad as they are, you want to have it. What? Oh my God, that's insane. Two, I've worked very hard to get out the hood, bro, and I don't want none of these like babies that survive to like shoot me at a corner store because those don't get work. You feel me?
Shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm all for women's rights, bro. I ain't gonna be doing nothing crazy, but hey, man. If any ladies got a pro-choice shirt they want to send my way, hey.
Like I said, we knew he was a simp from day one.
Don't let him corrupt you.
So? What that mean?
So
you got like a bunch of you a simp for Nike, cuz? Like, what you mean?
I'm a simp
you have a
for
bunch
Nike.
of Nikes behind you, bro. So you rather simp behind Michael
Jordan.
You
got dried up tires for lips. You need lotion on your lips and ashy ass lips. It looked like you've been getting a blowjob.
Hey, guess what? I got the papers to make a young lady.
No, you don't. You ain't got no papers. Where are the papers right here at? Where are the papers right here?
I'm letting it go, bro. My daddy had it like this.
You got a Pittsburgh Steelers helmet on. Shut your ass up.
Bro, you the same color as your shirt, cuz. You talking crazy, bro.
What's wrong with that?
Bring it down, brody.
What's wrong with that? I'd rather be that than a tar. Okay, tar baby. I'd rather be that than a tar baby.
I'd
rather be that than a tar baby.
Bro, that's crazy.
What are you talking about?
That's crazy,
midnight, blackout Tuesdays.
Y'all take it.
I'd rather be that than blackout Tuesday.
Hey, can I,
why his nostrils like this though? His nostrils like this.
Hey, Anton.
What up, though?
Hey, real talk though. These niggas crazy, but man, bro, please, bro, just keep on doing what you're doing, man. You are definitely needed in the Black community, man, and we all appreciate you. You know what I mean, man? Keep this going. Keep this going. You know what I mean, man? We love the content. And tell JR for me. Tell JR that I apologize for, buying the last 6 VIP tickets and I made him have to put a couple more up.
All right, I hear. You know I am. I'm on it.
Yeah, man. So I'm gonna see you in Atlanta.
All right, that's good. I'll be there.
Yeah,
I wish I could go too.
I see y'all.
All right, my friend. Any other final thoughts, friends?
See you later.
My final
tomorrow
thoughts are this. This is the best thing that's happened to America in a while since Biden's presidency. Shouts out to America, man. Shouts out to all the patriots that are looking out for our women and our men and the babies, because those children in that womb, that's an American that needs to be protected by American law. And I'm very happy that that's what's happening now.
All right. Any other final thoughts, friends?
I want to apologize to American man for my childish joke.
Bro, you said I was looking good, bro, and that you're gay, bro.
Yeah.
Like that shit was weird, bro.
I was
That
lying
was
on
weird
that
for all
part.
of us,
I
bro.
was lying on that part.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
weird for all of
I
us.
was
bro.
lying.
Don't
It was
do
the
that,
only
bro.
way to shut you up. But I
Don't do
apologize.
that, bro.
I shouldn't judge you for not having sex. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No. I'm really
slick.
sorry for that. I think you shouldn't judge.
You asking for it,
men.
Fatty?
No, I'm not, because they did the same to me and it wasn't fair. So
No,
I'm not
yeah,
going to do it to
I
you.
am abstinent at this point in my life. He's not
No, you are
wrong.
not
Like, you know?
abstinent. You are not. Abstinent is someone that has a choice.
I mean, I can show you my phone and all the women I talk
So
to.
what type of hold on a second, what type of sumo
wouldn't-
wrestlers are you with, Fatty?
I like muscle.
You don't go to strip clubs. You go to SeaWorld. That's where you go.
No.
I'm telling you, bro.
I only date
Women. This how you get women to jump on top of you like Free Willy. The whale jumps on top of you. That's how you get women on top of you, bro.
I only date muscular women.
They gotta get a trampoline.
Oh shit!
They gotta get a trampoline to ride that ride.
Hey, Fatty, you can twerk. Hey, Fatty, twerk your arms.
Oh no!
Yeah, go like this. Twerk your arms, bro.
Eric.
Oh,
Next time I bring a girl along, I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Oh my god!
I will enter
Oh
the
my
room and I will
god!
do the dance. You are an hypocrite.
I know. Yeah.
I'm
You should do
going
that.
to see if it works. I'm going to see if it works.
Go
the
ahead.
dance show.
That's how you get women anyway.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's my final thoughts. I am putting together not a debate, but an actual show. We're gonna have the Patriarchy Fatty show.
Oh my god!
It's gonna be a phenomenal show.
Yeah, I like that.
Anton, I'm sorry to take your balloon away, but that debate
it's not going to be a debate show. It's going to be a reoccurring show of you guys giving your thoughts on different topics, and then it's going to be beautiful.
Okay. I need to
Why did
invent
you
a dance
choose to
for you.
get tattoos on your fingers?
I'm sorry?
You have tattoos on your fingers?
Yeah, of course.
And you're a liberal. Okay.
What's my final thoughts? Let me get to my final thoughts.
Come on, Eric.
Go ahead, Christopher. Give me your final thoughts.
Doesn't that look cool?
Yeah, my final
like
thought is this.
Your grandma think that that's acceptable?
No.
I am pro choice, with the exception of the R word, incest, and the mother's house. So it doesn't make no difference to me that on the federal level that Roe versus Wade got overturned, because like I said it just a couple weeks ago, ladies, this is your body. You gotta learn how to take care of it. You gotta utilize it the right way. If you engage in certain activities that's going to cause a baby to get in this world, just to go ahead and say, I'm just going to go ahead and delete it, not knowing not knowing what it could do to your body in the long run. So I would say the federal judge is doing you guys a favor, because if you're not going to protect yourself, let somebody else do it.
Facts.
And also, if you don't want to bear the responsibility of being a mother, then if you don't want to take the right precautions to protect yourself, just don't engage in the activity. Save yourself the headache, especially the child who has to be here.
All right. Any other final thoughts from anybody else?
Hi guys.
Let's
Next
see.
week it's gonna. I got to figure out a name for that show. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Fat Pat.
Hey Eric, by the way,
I like that.
Eric, thank you for kicking me out on your show.
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah,
my foot hurt. You almost broke my back.
Yeah,
You're so heavy to throw out.
I was like, how could you give me that? I really was like, how could you give me that?
Bro, because you need to choose your side. Either you're in the comments or you're talking with us. You can't be either you're on the stage or you're in the audience. Like, you can't be in the audience. Like, hey guys, you see, like, bro, like, you're kind of acting like a woman.
No, I'm supporting the show.
By trying to flirt with members of the audience that you don't even know how they look. No, like, bro, either you're on stage or you're in the audience.
That's dangerous, Fatty.
But let me ask you this before they go. How could you not see what I was doing and give me that? Because you knew I was going to not coming back and you were going to take the L by taking me out of the show.
Anton got 10 minutes. Anton got 10 minutes, y'all.
No, I got less than that because
All right, bro. I gotta listen. I don't care.
Chris, don't forget you gotta set up the
W's, L's. I don't care, right?
Yeah,
like pick your choice.
Say that
Either
again?
you're
We gotta set up
in the
Instagram,
audience or you're
review
with
of some music.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't forgot. I'm gonna hit you up after this.
All right.
I'm gonna let y'all later.
All right. I love y'all. Thank y'all, friends. Fight Club tonight. All right. So, spirited conversation and civil discourse as usual. A little bit different on a Millionaire Morning Show. You never know what you're going to get when you come here. More importantly, I need you guys to make sure that you hit a like for the YouTube algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to know when we go live on a regular basis. We got Fight Club tonight. And then in addition to that, make sure you guys join the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. Well, not pinned to the top of the chat. Let me remove that top of the chat thing right there. But the link is in the description for you to be able to join the Patreon. And then if you need to kick it with me personally, you know how to get in touch with me. Email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com. All right, friends. Phenomenal show as usual. A little bit different on a Friday. Make sure y'all don't fumble no bags. I know some of y'all got paid yesterday. Some of y'all got paid today. And we doing a thing. So I love you, family. I do consider y'all family. I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. Again, make sure you guys tune in to Fight Club tonight. That link is in the description, and subscribe to that channel because we got great things going up. I don't want y'all out here in these streets getting caught up in some foolishness. Make sure you join us on Fight Club and you can have some entertainment, civil discourse, and then participate on the platform if you choose to. All right. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with me. I'm going to see y'all tonight on Fight Club. Peace.